A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Crime does not pay.
Let's see. Enders, Esther... Oh, here she is. Audrey Edding.
That's her, all right. Everything there?
Correspondence, her letters, carbons of your answers, her basic card, description, age, and financial condition. How did she tell you she loves you, Ronnie, darling?
Pretty warm. Not for your eyes, sweetheart.
You do trust me, don't you? Leaving all these files in my custody while you're traveling the circuit?
It looks like a wedding this trip, Nancy. Little Audrey is getting impatient. She wants a ceremony for her money.
What do I care how many of them you marry, darling, as long as you and their checks keep coming back to me.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Beauty and the Beast, starring Everett Sloane. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Everett Sloane as Ronnie Farrell in Beauty and the Beast. Ronnie Farrell was the kind of man many women seem to have a weakness for. Even Nancy Wood, his steady girl, would admit that. Still, Ronnie wasn't handsome. He wasn't big and tall and strong. In fact, Ronnie could give the impression, and very easily, that he needed care and a great deal of mothering. Ronnie gave that impression quite often. It was his business to do so. And as in most business operations, Ronnie's called for filing cabinets, clear, precise records, and the morning mail.
Oh, here, take this letter, Miss Wood.
Where to, the files or the wastebasket?
Active file, Miss Wood. Very active indeed. This one enclosed a $50 check. Ronnie, darling, I hope this will help toward the doctor bills. When will I see you again, sweetheart? In haste, but with all my love, Lucy.
I like the style of that. All the essentials, both love and money, and not one wasted word.
You're so right, darling. Ready for the answer?
Yes, sir, Mr. Farrell.
Let's see. Dear Lucykins. Oh, I checked that against her card in the file, Nancy. I think that's her special pet name, but there's another Lucy, so be sure and check.
And no kidding. Go on.
Make it Form 3A and put a copy in the file. Sign it the usual way.
Right. Next?
Next is Rebecca Andrews.
Remittance enclosed?
No, this one we're playing for a big haul, remember?
Oh, that Rebecca. How's the letter?
Well, I think, in fact, I'm sure, Rebecca is due for a visit. Put her on the route sheet for the next swing around the circuit.
So noted, boss.
And now, Audrey. Audrey Edding.
A remittance.
About half its usual size. Get Audrey's file, will you, dear?
Mm-hmm. You think there's trouble ahead?
Maybe.
Let's see. Enders, Esther. Here she is. Audrey Edding.
Oh, that's her, all right. Everything there?
Correspondence, her letters, carbons of your answers, her basic card, description, age, and financial condition. How did she tell you she loved you, Ronnie, darling?
Pretty warm. Not for your eyes, sweetheart.
You do trust me, don't you? Leaving all these files in my custody while you're traveling the circuit?
Looks like a wedding this trip, Nancy. Little Audrey is getting impatient. She wants a ceremony for her money.
What do I care how many of them you marry, darling, as long as you and their checks keep coming back to me.
Oh, well, we'll both keep coming back to you, darling. Don't you worry about that. Oh, let's have a look at that road map, hon.
Here you are. Which way around this time?
I think... Yes, this way. Yes, definitely. You see, Rebecca lives here and Audrey here. So I can drop in on Rebecca first and then wind up the trip with Audrey. The traveling salesman in person. And all I've got to sell is just my own poor self.
Another cream tonight, Ronald, dear?
No, thank you, Rebecca. Too much liquor isn't good for me.
You're sure it isn't your heart, dear?
No, not that way. I have a different kind of heart trouble, Rebecca, darling.
Please, Ronald, don't say things you don't mean just because you know I'll be happy hearing them.
Rebecca, we've known each other how long now?
Over 2 years. Just a little over 2 years.
And you're not an unattractive woman, correct?
I hope so, Ronald.
And forgive me for being blunt, my dear, but have I ever even tried to put a hand on you?
That's true. You haven't.
Does that mean anything, dear? Nothing at all?
It could mean several things.
For instance?
That you don't think I'm worth it.
Don't even say that. Don't even think it. You're a very exciting woman, you know that.
Or you could feel only respect for me.
No, that's not true either. You know by now that I'd marry you in a minute. If it was possible.
Why isn't it possible?
I'd rather not discuss that.
You're not married, are you, Ronald?
No. Would I be married and speak to you like this, feeling as I do?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Why do you hesitate, Ronald?
You really want me to tell you?
Yes, I do.
All right, then. It's because I couldn't support you the way you should be supported. Not even in the style to which you're accustomed right now.
Then it's only my money.
Only money?
Ronald, if you had sufficient capital to salve your foolish pride,
I wouldn't hesitate for one moment.
Ronnie, dear, when you come back from your next trip, you and I will visit my lawyer.
Lawyer? What for?
They'll have the papers ready. I'll make you a settlement, my dear. And after that...
After that, it'll be Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Farrell. That's for sure, my sweet. That's for sure. Well, lady, what's your wish tonight?
Why, Ronnie, have you seen the first star?
Oh, Audrey, my love, when I have your eyes to look at...
Never mind that. Look at the road, darling, and we'll both wind up in the ditch.
Oh, love in a ditch with you.
Ronnie?
Yes, Audrey, darling?
When you make chit-chat like this, you're either evading something or stalling for time. Which is it?
You know me rather well, don't you?
Stop it, darling, and answer my question. Which is it?
You win, sweetheart. I'm stalling.
Why?
Because I'm trying to find out the answer to a question without asking the question.
A question? For instance, how long am I going to put up with your antics?
Audrey.
That's a pretty good question, you know, darling. After all, I've been, shall we say, contributing to your income for several months. I think I made it clear the last time that this won't go on forever.
Audrey, please, this sort of
Let's
talk...
be frank, Ronnie, darling. I'm not as young as Don, nor as attractive. That goes for you, too, you know. Together, we'd probably be decently happy. That's the sum of it.
A perfect statement and at the perfect moment. Also, an answer to my unasked question.
Ronnie, why are you stopping? Why here?
For several reasons. Audrey, you just said you wanted to marry me, haven't you?
I suppose I have.
That answers my question. Now then, just a few yards up the road, you see that gate and the sign?
Stop the mystery, Ronnie.
No, answer the question, please.
Of course I see them. I can't read the sign, though. Not in this moonlight.
Well, come along, then. Let's walk up to where it will be readable. No, stay there, darling. At a moment like this, let me at least come round and open the door for you.
All right, Sir Walter Raleigh. For goodness sake, get it done with.
Your Majesty, if you will but alight.
Thank you, kind sir. All right, now. With the heels I'm wearing, more than 50 yards on this road will be plain murder.
No need to worry. I just didn't want to block the driveway. That's why I parked back there.
It is quiet, though. And the moonlight on that thing. I ought to know better, Ronnie, but, well, I'm just incurably romantic.
Okay, Audrey, darling. Now can you read the sign?
I guess so. David Pierce, Justice of the Peace. Ronnie. Oh, Ronnie.
That's right, sweet. And he's expecting us. Will you join me in a wedding, Miss Evie? Nancy! You home, Nancy?
Am I home, Ronnie? Oh, Ronnie, I'm beginning to miss you on these jaunts you take. I really am.
Company propaganda affecting you, Nancy?
Maybe. Papa bring home the bacon?
Papa brought home a copy of the paper. Better than bacon.
Ronnie, you did marry her.
Yeah, I did that.
Which one?
Audrey, according to plan.
What, no honeymoon?
Oh, sure, we had that. A weekend. And then poor Ronnie had to go right back to work. The life of a traveling salesman is tough, Nancy. Real tough.
You received a small communication while you were away, dear.
So, you open it?
I opened the telegrams, dear, remember? It's the letters you reserve for your eyes alone.
Where?
Oh, in here on the desk. How do you explain a husband's absences from home? Not as easy as a fiancé's.
Oh, Audrey believes me. Now that I'm married to her and have my dower right in 1/3 of her property, she believes everything I tell her. She's quite a beautiful little wife. Is this the wire?
Uh-huh. See, settlement papers all drawn, awaiting your return. Hurry, my darling. Love, Rebecca.
She really did it.
You didn't think she would? A large settlement?
I expect so.
And you had to go and marry the other one.
Look, remember what you said before this last trip, Nancy? You don't care how many I marry as long as I come back to you.
Ronnie, you wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I? Why not? Who'll ever know? And when it's all done, we'll have them both in the bag, darling. We'll have their dough, both of them. And they'll have some beautiful memories. A fair exchange, I'd say. A fair exchange.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Beauty and the Beast. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Everett Sloane as Ronnie Farrell in Beauty and the Beast. Just as Ronnie Farrell liked to express it, everything went according to plan. Ronnie kissed Nancy goodbye, temporarily, of course, and joined Rebecca in matrimony, not neglecting to visit several of his numerous other fiancées along the route. And most important, not neglecting to obtain the settlement from Rebecca before the final ceremony was performed. And then, much to Ronnie's surprise, Rebecca seemed to change a little.
Rebecca,
Yes, dear?
you know, it's 2 weeks now since I did a lick of work. Don't you think it's high time I started on my next trip?
I've told you, dear, you don't have to work so hard anymore.
Yes, but, well, I like my work. I enjoy it.
Don't you enjoy being with me?
Oh, yes, but a man can't just, idle his life away.
You have money now, Ronnie, dear. A nice sum. Why not enjoy it?
But I feel so useless. I want to be out and traveling.
Are you sure you don't want just to be out and traveling away from me?
Rebecca.
Why don't you answer my question, darling?
Well, of course I don't want to be away from you.
Ronnie,
Yes, dear?
you're a liar, darling.
Rebecca.
I knew from the beginning I couldn't hold you, but I thought it would be longer than 2 weeks.
But, my dear...
No, don't say anything. Let me finish. You're bored and restless with your small-town wife. You have money now, my money, but no place to spend it. And you never think of spending it on me. You haven't even bought me a wedding present. You kissed me as if I were the maid, and you snatched the kiss behind the kitchen door. You're charming, Ronnie, but you're a rotten liar. You don't love me, and I don't believe you ever loved me.
Rebecca, of all the silly, hysterical, foolish things
So
to
I'm
say...
silly and hysterical. You didn't say that 2 months ago.
I said a lot of things then. You want to review them, dearest?
No, I don't. But I think I will ask my lawyer to review that settlement. I thought I bought myself a loving husband, not a sneering waste.
That's about all I'll take, Mrs. Farrell. This whole argument started when I said I wanted to get back to work.
In order to get away from me.
In order not to be lazy and wasteful. You can't make up your mind what you want, a lapdog or a husband. And until you do make up your mind, don't expect to find me around this house.
Ronnie, where are you going? You haven't finished your breakfast.
I'm going out. And don't expect me back for some time.
Ronnie, come back. Come back. No, I won't. I won't scream. I won't. I'll get him back. I will. I will.
Ronnie? You want me, Audrey, dear?
Almost ready to go.
In a minute. Finishing my coffee. Oh, darling, you look lovely today.
Only today?
Always. And your coffee is excellent.
Then why don't you drink more of it?
Why don't I?
Yes, dear. Why aren't you around with your loving wife more often? Sit down, dear.
Yes, dear.
Of course, there's one advantage to having a husband who's away as much as you are. We don't get a chance to be bored with each other, do we?
No, we certainly don't.
And then there's the other side of the picture, too. While the master's away, who knows? Back door this time in the morning. I'll get it, dear. Finish your coffee.
Thanks, dear.
How do you do? My name is Mrs. Ronald Farrell. You're what? Now, may I have your name again? There's no need for you to be frightened, you know. I said, my name is Mrs. Ronald Farrell. But I'm Mrs. Ronald Farrell.
Oh, no. Oh, she couldn't have.
He's here. I followed him yesterday. I didn't get up the courage until today. I came to the back door.
While I get out the front door, Ronnie, my boy, make yourself plenty scarce and fast. Oh, Nancy, hon. That I would like to have seen when those two biddies came into Audrey's dining room and found the bird had flown.
You're something of a stinker, aren't you, darling?
Well, I'm not in this business, dear, for anybody's health except my own.
You know, darling, I think I'm beginning to like your wives from what you've told me about them and what I found in your confidential files.
You like them? You read those files?
Oh, Ronnie, please, you're not that naive. You didn't really think I stayed away from those letters, did you?
No, I suppose I didn't, really.
So, from what I know about Rebecca and Audrey, I rather like them. Rebecca's sweet in her way.
No.
And Audrey has a kind of whimsy overlaid on a sentimental wisdom.
Well, what's all this leading up to, Nancy?
That I think you're something of a louse, Ronnie, dear.
Well, this we've known for a long time.
And I don't trust you one little bit. So now that you're a bigamist, and I have letters from your wives to prove it, and I know where your wives are and can reach them any time.
What are you driving at, Nancy?
Money, darling, lots of money. Which you're going to get for Nancy by going back to Rebecca and Audrey, using your charm to get their forgiveness and their bankrolls.
I can't. I won't.
Bigamy's roughly 10 to 20 years in this state, darling. I looked it up.
But you've always shared with me, Nancy.
Yes, dear. And now I'll let you have a salary and a small cut of the profit. I'm running the show now, darling, so on your way, salesman. Let's see how you like to crawl for your life, Casanova.
Rebecca, it's me, Ronnie. Open the door, dear. I'm back. Rebecca!
Nobody home there, mister. Nobody been there for days.
Oh, well, I'm Mr. Farrell. Remember me?
Yeah, I know your face, I guess. She ain't there. No use knocking.
Well, didn't she leave any word for me?
Not for you nor nobody. Not even the milkman. I turned off the milk for her myself. And it seemed she was staying away for a bit. You need her bad. Why don't you see your lawyers? They ought to know where she is. Audrey! Anybody home? Looking for Miss Eddie, mister? Hey, you're the fella she married. I saw you once on the front porch.
Yes, I'm her husband. Has she been gone long? I lost my key. I can't get in.
Oh, I can tell you're not married long. My husband climbed right through the dining room window. Not that I'd be out when he came home.
Look, do you have any idea where my wife has gone?
I wouldn't that, Mr. Farrell. I'm a great one for minding nobody's business but my own. Still, I don't mind telling you that for the past few days, another woman's been living with her. Woman that cried a lot. The two of them looked so grim you'd think they was heading for an execution or somebody's funeral or something.
I told you, Ronnie, you don't get in. Not until you show me they've forgiven you. Greenback forgiveness.
This is my apartment, Nancy. I want in.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm holding the fort and the mail. Checks included.
Cut it out, Nancy. I'm warning you.
And when the checks stop, oh, what the Sunday supplements will pay for this story. With letters attached. An active file of 500 gals. All contributors. I had no idea your territory was so wide until I checked the file.
I'm coming in.
Stop it, Ronnie. I'm shutting the door.
I said I'm coming in. Yeah. In fact, I am in.
So what? You're in. Okay.
Now, Miss Nancy Wood, let's begin at the beginning.
That was a long time ago.
Was it? Seems like just yesterday. Sit down, Miss Wood.
I'll stand.
I said sit down.
I won't.
Sit down.
Where do you think this gets you? You think I'll keep quiet when I...
Once you get out of here? You really think you will get out of here, Nancy, dear?
Ronnie.
I often wondered these past few days what you'd sound like on the receiving end of the beating you deserve.
I deserve. Ronnie, no. Don't touch me. No! Don't touch me, I said.
Somebody should have done this. Here.
Oh, and go. My throat.
You were beautiful, weren't you? But you die easy. Easy.
Oh.
Yes. They'll all die. Easy.
Not
What?
too easily, Ronnie. Now we'll have you for murder as well as bigamy.
Audrey. Rebecca.
Ronald, I never thought you'd really kill that girl.
Just let me get my hands on
Don't
you.
move, Ronnie. I couldn't possibly miss at this distance unless I want to.
No, don't you shoot. Please don't shoot.
Use the phone, will you, Rebecca? Like we planned. Call the police.
Yes, of course I'll do.
No, let me go. I'll give you back.
Our self-respect? You couldn't. The only way we could get that back is to take you in ourselves. But we didn't expect to take a killer. Sit down, Mr. Farrell. The Mrs. Farrells will keep you company for a while. Please? This is Miss Rebecca Andrews. Please come at once. I'm holding my husband for you. He's just committed murder as well as bigamy.
Fine does not pay. Everett Sloan, who was starred as Ronnie Farrell in Beauty and the Beast, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Everett Sloan.
It's customary at the close of this program to point a moral. Well, looking back at Ronnie Farrell and his kind of man, of which there are too many in this world, I think a word is called for to the nice, decent, unsuspecting women who pay in self-respect as well as in money when crimes like Ronnie's come to light. True, loneliness and emotions take command at times when the head ought to rule the heart. It's the old story of look before you leap and think first before you act. More, if you think about this type of crime and criminal for a moment, you'll see, I'm sure, to what a great extent it's true that for the sinned against, as well as for the sinner, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Sloan. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark D. Lowe, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Crime Does Not Pay.
What are you clocking, Don?
Check with your watch, Frankie.
Well, it's not bad. Not bad for a sleeper.
I'd call it pretty fair. Pretty fair.
Speed boy's better.
Sure?
I clocked in myself yesterday morning.
How'd you get into the track?
I didn't. Slipped the janitor a fin, watched from the roof of the clubhouse. What we own is a second-place sure shot.
It's too bad. We could clean up
If we are going to clean up on every bookie in the country.
on this horse? A placer?
Why not? Just leave it to Frankie. I'll take care of Speed Boy and take all the suckers to the cleaners in the same operation.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Giddyup, Horsey, starring Richard Webb. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Richard Webb as Frankie Paston in Giddyup, Horsey. They call it the sport of kings, and it is. There's a real thrill in watching the thoroughbreds thunder into the home stretch, hooves flying, necks outstretched, the bright bits of color in the jockey's silks flashing in the sunlight. Yes, that part of it is real sport. But the opposite side of the coin is far from that attractive. That side is peopled by men like Frankie Paston and his trusted lieutenant, Don Spelvin. They've made themselves part of racing, and their operations cast a dark shadow across many a sunlit racetrack. You'll find them in the crowd in the grandstand, as excited in their way as Frankie and Don were the day they watched their choice front runner come pounding into the stretch.
All right, Don, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't need field glasses. I can see him. He's running third.
Well, you can't see Jackson 4 foaming at the bit.
What?
Jocko took good care of him.
Needle?
Not a chance. In the feed bag. The cinch. Here they come. Our nag's making his bid. Now that Jackson's fading fast.
Oh, brother, at 8-1. Not bad at all.
Well, Donnie boy, shall we collect our swag?
Why not? I could name a few characters who aren't very fond of you. 8-1. Yippee!
And a few at 10-1. I put 1,000 or so down before the odds dropped.
Not bad at all. Too bad they dropped.
Well, the suckers put their money on the machines, on our nag. They think they were lucky. A long shot. Well, that's what makes horse racing a good business.
What do you mean, the old gag, difference of opinion?
Not with me. That makes racing a gamble. I said business. And business means a sure thing. Even long shots are business. When they're mine. Check?
Check. Well, the owner of the winner. Coming down to the circle, Paston?
Well, how are you, Mr. Martin? Haven't seen you in some time.
I've been busy keeping racing honest, so men like you can run your horses with peace of mind.
And my thanks for that.
You're welcome. Nice to have a long odds winner, isn't it?
Well, prize money's the same, and I don't bet.
Well, then you are different. Well, congratulations again. I'll see you around, Patton.
You can bet on that, Martin.
Hey, boss, I don't get it. You sound like a mealy-mouthed...
Donny boy, Dave Martin is the racing commissioner. Enough said?
Check. Sorry, boss. Should have known.
As long as Martin thinks I'm clean, I operate. Let's go.
Yeah, but where? The payoff windows are the other way.
You forgot. We've got a winner. Winner's circle next stop, Donny. We've got to collect our little blanket of roses. Easy, boy, easy.
Fair to go, Mr. Patton.
Yeah, I know, and it's so early in the morning. And it's a horse's life, Jocko, a horse's life.
He don't seem to mind.
Eric's a smart Gigi, always willing to earn his oats. Well, all set, Jocko?
Yes, sir.
All right, let him out, but not all the way.
Well, I saw in the stables this morning.
Maybe, maybe not. No use taking chances. We'll clock him, then chop off whatever you think we can do it. Go ahead.
Get a voice. Come on, let's ride it.
Got your watch, Don?
Mm-hmm, right here.
Good. Here we go. Mist ought to help keep us under wraps.
He's at the post.
You click your watch when Jocko lets him run. Now.
Yeah. He runs pretty.
Yeah, that nag cost me plenty.
I thought you picked him up in a claiming race.
I did. It's not the original cost, it's the upkeep.
Just like with a woman, huh?
Women don't run like that.
I saw this in a movie once. Empty track, couple of guys timing their horse. You know, win the race, save the old homestead.
Yeah, like us. Win the race, build a new homestead.
Yeah. How about that character, Martin?
He won't get wise. If we have a horse and the money.
You figure all the angles, huh?
And how? You can't get away with it. If you run an ag that follows everything else home. But if you've got a horse that looks legit, catch on.
Catch. He's making the turn.
Yeah, Jocko rides him nice. What do you clock him, Don?
Check with your watch.
It's not bad. Not bad for a sleeper.
They call it pretty fair. Pretty fair.
Well, the speed boy is better.
Sure?
Sure, I clocked him myself yesterday morning.
How'd you get into the track?
I didn't. Slipped the janitor a fin and watched from the roof of the clubhouse. What we own is a second-place sure shot.
It's too bad. We could clean up
If we are going to clean up on every bookie in the country.
On this horse, a placer?
Why not? Leave it to Frankie. I'll take care of Speed Boy and take all the suckers to the cleaners in the same operation. And that, Donny boy, is that. Eric Second is now officially entered in the sixth race. Unofficially, he's got it in the bag.
Thanks, boss. The commissioner.
Oh, thanks, Donny. Well, Mr. Martin, how are you?
Pretty good, Paston. I haven't seen you since last time you had a winner.
Oh, I've been around. How about you?
Busy.
Trouble?
A little. Not for publication, though.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, as a matter of fact, that race you won is under investigation.
Oh, that's news. Why?
Well, they've suspended Jackson Fourth's jockey. The owner noticed foam in the horse's muzzle. Had it analyzed.
Drugs? I thought the needle was old-fashioned.
There's no sign of a needle. It was in either the feed or the water bucket. But we're keeping this very quiet until we have more information.
And meantime, the jockey doesn't work anymore.
I'm afraid not.
It's too bad. You sure it was him?
We're not sure of anything, Preston, but we can't afford to take chances. We want racing to stay clean in this state.
I'll go along with that. Well, anything I can do. Want to question my boy Jocko, Commissioner?
Jocko Barry? No, that's not necessary. The movies show he rode a perfectly honest race.
Well, anything, anytime, Commissioner.
Thank you, Preston. I'll remember that. Good luck with Eric Second.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Anything, anytime, Commissioner. Oh, boss, but I wouldn't melt in your mouth.
You think I ought to tell him, Donny?
Tell him what?
That it wasn't the jockey's fault. That it wasn't in the water bucket.
You nuts?
We want racing to stay clean in this state. Well, racing's gonna be cleaned, all right, Donny boy. But not the way Dave Martin wants it. Not that way at all.
Jocko's here, boss. He's got the info.
Bring him in.
Check. Okay, Jocko. Hi, Mr. Paston.
Hiya, Jocko. What have you got?
Name of the boy will be up on Speed Boy.
Give.
Arno. Jackie Arno.
How much?
As far as I can find out, Jackie won't play.
Anybody plays for enough dough?
But this kid, his father rode, too, and his grandpa owned horses. He loves the racket.
Anybody ever try him?
Remember Les Hemming, Mr. Paston?
Yeah, took her up for bookmaking, horse fixing?
That's the one.
So?
So Hemming tried to get to Arno. Jackie not only wouldn't play, turned him into the commission.
Well, looks like we've got a small problem. Jocko, what does our friend Jackie do for amusement when he isn't playing stoolie for the commission?
Not very much. Nobody seems to know.
Got a girlfriend?
Not so far as we know.
Well, what does he do around the stables? Who are his friends?
The horses, period.
Oh, not even the galloping dominoes once in a while?
Oh, that's sure we all do.
Now, look, Jocko, you know the commission's rules against gambling, especially for jockeys. The boys might get into debt to the wrong people.
Well, how much can you lose in a penny game?
Well, maybe the stakes could go higher.
With Jackie?
He might go along, if the other fellas did.
How much do I take him for?
That doesn't matter. Just get him playing. That's your part of the job.
Easy enough.
Sonny and I'll take care of the rest. From what you told me, Jocko, our young friend wants to keep writing.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah, but if the commission finds out he's been gambling, see what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. He might do us a little favor, huh?
Yeah, like pulling Speed Boy. Yes, Jocko, exactly. You see, in that case, he'd keep writing. If not, well, he'd be barred from the track. Commissioner Martin takes my word for a lot of things, and meantime, I take the suckers for a lot of dough. Simple, isn't it? You know, boys, I think we're going to make a killing. I really think this one is going to be the big one. But only time will tell.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Giddyup Horsey. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Richard Webb as Frankie Paston in Giddyup Horsey. The date of the important race drew near. Eric Second continued to improve his form. So did Speed Boy. The odds remained very much the same. Meanwhile, Frankie Paston went ahead with his plans. Jocko Berry set the trap for the little Jackie Arno, and that young man found himself caught badly.
I know what you're thinking, Jocko.
And so, Jackie, my boy?
Yeah. You're thinking a fellow who hasn't got the dough shouldn't get mixed up in dollar stakes.
500 smackers is a lot of dough.
Well, I'll get it for you.
You said that before.
I mean it.
Look, kid, I don't think I'll wait very long. Let's make it the day after tomorrow.
What? Day after tomorrow?
Right. Day after tomorrow. You meet me in the last stall in the fourth stable down at the track. Now, you get me?
What for?
Look, what do I have to do? Spell it out for you?
Well, I won't have the dough by then.
Be there, see? And maybe I'll figure out some way to let you work off the dough. Get it? Work it off. That you, Jackie?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, you decided to come, huh?
Did I have any choice?
Oh, I'm glad to see it that way, kid. Smart.
No, not smart. Just plain dumb. I shouldn't have got mixed up in that game to start with. I shouldn't have played when the stakes got so high. I shouldn't have let you loan me more dough when I got cleaned. Oh, what's the use?
What do you want?
Oh, just a small favor.
Well, I won't have any dough to pay you till after Speedboy wins a week from Saturday.
Oh, Jackie, how'd you like to pay off without dough?
Without dough? How?
Just a favor.
Go on. Talk.
Look, a week from Saturday, that last turn, see, just before the stretch, you make a small mistake, say.
What kind of a mistake?
Oh, say, pull wide on a turn so I could take the rail with Eric second.
What? Throw the race?
You never know, except maybe you and me.
You know they take movies of the whole race, and the stewards watch with the glasses.
Oh, you'd make a mistake, that's all. You had what you owe me, and maybe 1,000 or so more.
Excuse me, I gotta go now.
Are you kidding?
I just remembered a date I got.
Look, I could have a date, too, with Commissioner Martin.
Martin?
You gambled, didn't you? You lost a lot of dough, didn't you? He'll buy you for life.
Oh, Jocko, you wouldn't do that.
No. Not if you pull wide a week from Saturday.
I never threw a race in my life. My father never did. I got a date, all right, with the commissioner. I'll tell him I gambled, and I'll tell him how it happened and what you just asked me to do.
Got a big mouth, haven't you, kid?
What?
For a little guy, he sure has.
Who are you? Hey, let me out of here.
Not so fast, Jackie boy. Introduce us, Jocko.
Jackie Arno, Frankie Paston, and Don Spelman.
Frankie Paston?
Gonna do Jocko his little favor, kid?
No. Nobody can make me.
Think so, kid?
I'll die first.
Maybe he'll do just that. Think so, Don?
It could be.
You leave me alone.
With your big mouth, are you silly?
Keep away. Don't you touch me, don't you?
Let him have it, Don.
With the shift, boys.
No, with your fists, and maybe Jock would like to get in the liquor, too. With that 2x4. I specialize in footwork myself.
No, please, no.
Get up. You heard Jocko. Shut up.
Big mouth, don't... Okay, he's well done.
Hey, looks sort of rare to me. What a mess. Drag him out of here, boss?
Not on your life, Jocko. The nag next door.
The wild one?
That's the one. Put him in the stall. The perfect alibi. Young jockey kicked to death by unruly horse. Hey, you want to see me, Commissioner?
Oh, yes, Paston. Come in. Close the door. Paston, this is Lieutenant McCullough. Mr. Frank Paston.
How do you do, Lieutenant?
How are you?
Sit down, Paston.
Thanks.
The lieutenant is in command of the gambling squad.
That's so. Well, must be interesting work.
It is, at times. Especially when homicide is involved.
Homicide. Somebody dead?
A jockey.
That's so. Oh, that's too bad. Which one?
Jackie Arno. I knew his father.
And that's why Mac is handling this himself, not the homicide detail. Special permission.
I see. That's too bad. Jackie was a nice kid.
Yes, I know. And he loves Speedboy.
I understand the owner is putting Kid Johnson up on Speedboy for Saturday.
That's another good jockey. How was Arno killed?
His body was found in a stall. Looked as if the horse had kicked him to death.
Yeah, but you think it was deliberate?
We know it. The horse belonged to the next stall. It obviously had been moved after the killing. And there wasn't one mark of a horse's hoof on the body. Very sloppy killing. Certainly a sloppy attempt to cover it.
Yeah, well, it sounds pretty bad. Think anybody tried to get to Arno, Dave?
Almost undoubtedly. Any ideas, Paston?
Nope, not an idea in the world. Anybody who knew Jackie knew that he couldn't be reached.
Anybody around this track you know of who maybe didn't know him? That well, at any rate?
Well, everybody knew him. He was a nice kid, as I said before.
Yes, he was. Nothing you can tell us, Mr. Preston?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lieutenant. But if I think of anything, or I can be of any help at all,
Yes. Well, thanks, Paston. If racing is going to be kept clean, we need everyone's cooperation.
You can count on me, Commissioner. Anytime. All right, Don. Jocko, the heat's on.
Cops?
And the commissioner. They know Arno wasn't killed by any horse.
Hey, that's bad.
Well, it's not good. All they need is someone who'll swear we were around that stall.
I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Shut up and listen. This is the layout. It's 4 days till Saturday. Our time's a wasting. The odds on Eric have got to go sky high. We're going to make this last one a big one. Then we're going to get out.
Well, what's the orders, boss?
We've got to get Kid Johnson first.
The kid riding the speed boy?
Right.
What if he don't play?
He's got to. Well, we're done.
We ain't going to kill him, too. Shut up and listen, will you? Okay, I heard you.
Jocko, you know where Johnson hangs out?
Sure, he's been around a long time. You find him in a juke joint over on Palmetto Street.
I don't find him. You do.
Look, I don't want no more part of this. You heard the boss, Jocko. Okay, I heard. What do you want me to say to him? That's a cinch, kid. Just pull wide on the last turn. Eric second and me, we'll do the rest.
Where do I come in, Jocko?
And you play.
I'm not in this racket because I love horses.
My boss says you can have 2 G's after the race.
4.
What?
4 G's.
Well, take 3, huh? That's my limit.
Okay. $3,000. Right after the race. It's a deal.
It's a deal. What are you going to do, boss?
I'm going to dump $20,000 in the pair of mutuals. All on Speed Boy. That ought to run the odds on Eric up to about 20 to 1.
You're going to lose $20,000 on Speed Boy, boss?
Who cares? And I'll take the bookies for $500,000.
Yeah. Ready with Detroit, boss.
Check. Hello, Chuck. Look, will you take me for $5,000 on Eric the 2nd and the 6th tomorrow? Sure, I want track odds. Okay, so I'm crazy. Maybe not.
Now, hold it a second, will you?
Right. So long.
Here's Frisco, boss.
Thanks. Hello, Beanie. Look, kid, I want you to put on about $5,000 for me on Eric's 2nd and the 6th tomorrow. Spread it around so as nobody will be wise, see? Give me the track odds. Sure, I know something. And Beanie, half a G of that is yours at 20 to 1.
You're having trouble at the gate with Speed Boy.
Yeah, the Johnson's giving a good performance.
Oh, now they got him back in.
They'll go in a minute.
They're off.
Oh, stop sounding like a sucker, Donny boy.
Speed Boy's got the rail.
That's according to plan.
Good boy in the saddle, that Jocko.
Why do you suppose he works for me?
Yeah, hey, ain't he holding back a little too much?
He's not in the pocket. I told him to move up at the end of the backstretch. There he goes.
Yeah, that Speed Boy can run.
Yeah, so can that Eric.
Hey, something's busting out over there.
Well, there's nothing wrong. Johnson's holding his head. Jocko's just a half a length.
No, back for the boss, number 8. Driving out of the pack.
Black Pirate? There's nothing to worry about.
He's crowding Eric already.
Yeah, that kind of a horse always drives in the backstretch and then fades out on the turn. Watch him now.
Yeah, but is he fading or is Jocko moving ahead?
Same difference, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 2-horse race now. You sure got 'em all figured, boss.
Yeah, maybe that's why you call me boss.
Now they're making a turn.
Yeah, watch that Speed Boy. Here he goes. Wide. There comes Eric. He's coming through.
No, but he ain't swinging, boss. He ain't.
Pull out. Pull out. Get outside of there.
Careful, boss. Careful.
That dirty little double crosser. I'll hit him fine forever.
I don't believe it. Wait till I get my hands on that junk.
Your pardon? Did you say something, Mr. Spelvin?
What?
Hello, Commissioner. Good race. Can't win all the time, can I?
No, you can't, Paston. That's a fact. I think Mac here agrees with you.
No, you can't, Pastor. Especially when you play with murder.
What do you mean, murder? What is this, a frame-up? Look here, Commissioner.
I wouldn't make a scene or try anything, Pastor. For you either, Spelvin. My men have been around you in a crowd since you came to the track today.
Let me out of here. I didn't do nothing. I didn't.
Quiet, you. I'd appreciate the chance to let you have it, both of you. You're under arrest. You better come quietly.
What's the charge, Lieutenant? And it better be good. False arrest carries heavy damages.
Stop it, Paston. We have you cold.
As it happens, Kid Johnson's been working with me for some time. He was put up on Speed Boy at my suggestion. And your Jocko has cocked his head off.
He may be mean, but he couldn't take that killing. Now, will you come quietly, or do we have to carry you out?
Crime does not pay. Richard Webb, who was starred as Frankie Paston in Giddyup Horsey, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Richard Webb.
Well, the story that we've just played for you, with all its ramifications of gambling, crookedness, and the kind of violence that goes hand in hand with men like Frankie Paston, well, this is typical of many events in the past. I think it's important to point out that Frankie and his gang based their operations on the suckers, the people who persist in making their bets not through the legal pari-mutuel machines, but through illegal bookmakers, all of whom pay their tribute to organized crime. Now, men like Frankie find it easy pickings among such people, of whom there are more than many of us would like to admit. But from these facts, there is but one conclusion to be drawn, that illegal bettors actually compound crime. Yes, of course, they lose, always. For them, as well as for all the Frankies, in the end, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Webb. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical advisor is Burton D. Turtis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental.
Crime does not pay.
Stay away from me, lady. Far away. I hate the sickness of you.
Gold. Of all the colossal gold. Georgie.
Yes, ma'am?
I want Bullseye. Get him for me.
Look, boss, nobody gets close enough to Bullseye to even see his face.
Why not?
His dog. It's more wolf than dog. It'll tear a man's throat open like a hot knife in it.
What's the matter, Georgie? Afraid of a dog?
Everybody's scared of that mud, boss. Not just me, everybody.
I want Bullseye. Nobody moves in on my territory and gets away with it. And if you won't take care of him for me, well, I'll have to devise a little plan to remove him myself.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In a moment, you will hear The Gangster Was a Lady, starring Blanche Yerka. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Blanche Yerka as Martha Lady Fuller in The Gangster Was a Lady. Crime has its roots in many places, in slums, in greed, in lack of education, in warped minds. Martha Fuller was a product of none of these conditions. Educated, equally well-bred, Martha, known as Lady Fuller for obvious reasons, loved power and the feeling of controlling the destinies of men weaker than herself. Add to this a streak of cruelty plus a polish and personality that belied everything she did, and you have a picture of this woman who took the wrong way of her own volition, fully conscious of what she was about. Lady chose her field of operations, and with her loyal, if none too bright Lieutenant Georgie Linden, Lady Fuller moved in.
What do you want to come to a joint like this for, boss?
Be patient, Georgie. You'll see. Oh, waiter.
Yes, madame. Something we can do for you?
Does it matter which booth we sit in?
Oh, no, madame. No matter. Business is not busy this time of the day.
Very well. Sit down, Georgie. This'll do as well as another. It's back far enough.
You wish to order, madame?
I'll have a stinger. Georgie?
A shot with a beer chaser.
Sir, one stinger, one rye, beer chase.
And the proprietor.
Something is wrong?
From the sign on the window, I believe his name is Mario Festa.
Si.
Get Mr. Festa. Well, don't stand there. Bring Mr. Festa.
Yes, madame. Right away. One stinger, one rye, Mr. Festa.
It's a character, ain't he, boss?
Like most people who work for their money, weak, bumbling. As you would say, a character.
The woods is full of the boss.
I beg your pardon. You asked for me? Yes, ma'am, I am.
Sit down. I want to talk business.
You want to talk business?
One stinger, one rye, with beer and a side.
Yes, put them down and go away.
Well, Julio?
Yes, sir. Right away. Yes, sir, of course.
All right.
Well, now, here's to your increased business, Mr. Festa, after you've done business with me.
Well, perhaps, madam, you will explain this to me.
Trouble with your place, Festa, you don't have any music.
Oh, orchestra I cannot afford. Cabaret license is too expensive.
Canned music is reasonable.
Sure, we can let you have a jukebox and records, cheap. All the latest. Bebop, everything. Make the joint jump.
Oh, please, I run the family-type restaurant with small bar, as you see. This kind of music, no, not for this place.
We think you ought to have one.
You tell me my business?
Show him, Georgie.
Check.
Ever seen brass knuckles before, Mr. Festa?
They fit good.
We think you ought to order a jukebox, Mr. Festa, from us.
Please, I don't make much money. I don't need the jukebox. Such music, such records,
The gentleman seems reluctant, Georgie. Show him your brand of salesmanship.
Check.
Get out. Get out. You lady. Hoodlum.
All right, Georgie. Pay him for the drinks. And for the insult.
You bet, boss. It's a pleasure.
Okay, Georgie. Use one of those paper napkins to clean the knuckles. Now then, you, Festa. We'll deliver a jukebox in the morning. The bill will be with it.
Please. Yes. You leave me alone. Please.
Pay your bills, that's all. Waiter, take care of your boss. And have someone clean up that blood on the floor.
Hey, boss. This character has a music maker.
Oh, I see. And here. Travel gaudy, isn't it?
I don't know. I kind of like all those colored lights.
Well, I'll give you a lesson in taste later. Here's the owner.
Yes, madam, what can I for you?
You the Schwartz that owns this place?
I am.
Where did you get that horrible musical contraption?
The jukebox? I rent it.
You'll get a better deal with my firm.
Yeah? How do you know? I haven't told you what this one cost me.
Whatever it is, we'll cost you less.
You know, ma'am, I've rather been expecting you.
That's so. Very interesting.
You're Lady Fuller, aren't you? And this is your boy, George?
Should I give it to him now, boss?
Quiet, Georgie. May I inquire, Mr. Schwartz, how you know my name?
Of course. Mr. Bob Bolsey told me to expect you.
Bolsey? I see.
So you see, Miss Fuller, as I'm contracted with the Bolsey outfit, I can hardly deal with you. I'm sure you'll understand what would happen.
Oh, I understand. However, I think you'll soon be dealing with me.
Could you protect me against Bolsey?
That may not be necessary.
Careful, boss. We don't know this guy.
I think we know him very well. Now, he pays off to Bolsey out of my territory. Very well. Before he's much older, he'll pay off to us. But double because he made his deal with Bolsey before he talked with me. Good afternoon, Mr. Schwartz.
What now, boss?
You'll see. Live long enough and you may learn, Georgie.
Yeah?
Mr. Bolsey?
Yeah. Who are you?
This is Martha Fuller.
Well, lady. To what or whom am I indebted for this honor?
You can cut the jokes until we meet in person, Bolsey.
You do really think we have a will?
Not if you don't get out of my territory and stay out. But I'll be happy to attend you.
You deal from the top of the deck, don't you, ladies?
Straight from the top.
Yeah, well, so do I. Tell me, you ever met Butch?
Butch? Who's he?
Just a minute. Hey, Butch, come here. Say hello to the lady.
What is this, Bolsey? Another joke?
All right, down, Butch, down. No, lady, that's my bodyguard. Quite intelligent, too. Knows my enemies before I do at times.
Look here, I have no time for nonsense. You get out of my territory or there'll be real trouble.
I see. You stay away from me, lady. Far away. I'd hate to sick my dog on you.
The gall. Of all the colossal gall. Georgie.
Yes, ma'am?
I want Bolsey. Get him for me.
Look, boss, nobody gets close enough to Bolsey to even see his face.
Why not?
His dog. It's more wolf than dog. Tear a man's throat open like a hot knife in butter.
What's the matter, Georgie? Afraid of a dog?
Everybody's scared of that mutt, boss. Not just me. Everybody.
I want Bolsey. Nobody moves in on my territory and gets away with it. If you won't take care of him for me, well, I'll just have to devise a little plan to remove him myself.
You got guts, boss.
And brains. Tell me, Georgie, does Bolsey go in for women?
Well, he ain't married, if that's what you mean.
That's part of it. You know, Georgie, I have an idea that a couple of ladies are going to call on Bob Bolsey and Butch.
A couple of dames?
That's what I said. Now pay strict attention, Georgie. This is what I have in mind.
Yeah, Freddie. Hey, you got visitors.
Yeah? We expecting anybody?
Had a couple of dames, anyhow.
Dames? Here? All right. Quiet, Butch.
Yeah, you know, that mutt makes me nervous.
Yeah, he won't bother you unless I tell him to. What about the dames?
They got nerve, if nothing else.
Yeah? No looks?
They'll do. Anyways, they sashay through the outside door, and the blonde says, "We've come to see Mr. Robert Bolsey. Is he in?"
Just like that, huh? This I gotta see.
And now you do see, Mr. Bolsey. You don't mind, I hope? Your man took so long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
You want us to toss him out, boss?
Well, I wouldn't take it. All right. Quiet, Butch.
What a wonderful dog. Is Butch his name?
Yeah. All right, boy. Yeah, that's his name.
He doesn't seem to like my sister and me.
No, he's wary of strangers.
Are you that way, too?
Yeah, usually. What's your name?
Mary Fairbanks.
Yeah. Your sister?
Louise. But she's a little shy with strangers. That's why she hasn't said anything.
Yeah, I don't like this, boss. Let me throw him out.
Before we find out what their business is? Of course not. What is your business with me, ladies?
Our business? This. All right, Georgie.
Check, boss. Hey, boss, she's got a gun. The other one ain't no dame.
Butch, go get him. Wait. You shot Butch.
I told you to stay out of my territory, Bolsey. Let him have it, Georgie.
No, don't you...
You see, Georgie, the dog was no trouble at all.
I almost didn't get the heater out, boss. Women's clothes.
I must say you don't wear them with any style, Georgie. But no matter, our business is taken care of. Leave it to the mortgage sale. We have business elsewhere.
just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with The Gangster Was a Lady. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Blanche Yerka as Martha Lady Fuller in The Gangster Was a Lady. In due course, following the killing of Bob Bolsey and his man, the bodies were found, the police were called, and the routine of investigation was begun. Witnesses were their usual forgetful selves, as they usually are in such cases. Other members of Bolsey's gang found employment of sorts elsewhere, and the police under Lieutenant Dave Burns apparently drew a complete blank. But Lieutenant Burns was well aware of the rivalry between the Bolsey gang and the ladies' outfit. It was his business to know such things. Therefore, he sent his sergeant, Johnny Platt, on an errand. The sergeant returned, his errand completed.
Here, Lieutenant.
Okay. Bring him in.
All right, you two in here.
Not exactly a luxurious layout, is it, Georgie?
Oh, I seen some precincts that was dirtier.
We'll do without that.
Got your book and pencil, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind, Miss Fuller, if we take down your statement?
Well, if you get a statement from either of us.
Yeah. We ain't talking. We'll see about that.
Do you mind if I sit down?
As a matter of fact, I do mind, Fuller.
Well, you're hardly a gentleman.
Save it, Fuller. Who's going to sit in my office? You picked yourself a man's racket, expect to be treated like a man.
Oh, I see. A kind of third degree. Hmm?
I want the answers to a few questions, and I intend to get them.
Apparently, you don't care particularly what methods you use to obtain those answers.
No, apparently I don't. Did you kill Bolsey and his boy?
Now, you really don't expect me to answer that, do you, Lieutenant?
Where were you the afternoon he was killed?
Let me see. Oh, yes. George and I went for a drive in the country. Nature at this time of year is lovely, don't you think?
Save it. Anybody see you in the country?
Did anyone, Georgie?
No, not a living soul.
Afraid we have no other alibi, Lieutenant.
Bolsey invaded your territory, didn't he?
Well, everybody knows that. I believe it was reported in the daily newspapers.
Mm-hmm. That means war in your kind of world, doesn't it?
Does it? You seem to know all the answers, Lieutenant. Why ask me?
I'm consulting you for an expert opinion.
My consultant's fee is high, Lieutenant.
Then you admit you are an expert.
I admit nothing. And your sergeant can write that down, too. Now then, Lieutenant, I'm tired of standing. Are you holding us on charges or just making talk?
Well, I could hold you on suspicion. I may do just that.
And I want my lawyer before either George or I say another word. And, by the way, I wouldn't advise you to try to use that prospect in court. I'll claim duress. I doubt if a jury would like that. After all, I am a woman, Lieutenant.
All finished, Fuller?
For the moment, yes.
Good. Now get this. I think you and your boy here killed Bolsey. I'm not too sure you didn't do this town a favor if you did kill him. But the law is the law. Someone will fry for those killings. The next time you come back here, you'll come back to stay.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you so much for the warning. I'm sure it's offered in a cooperative spirit. Come along, Georgie. I believe our visit here is at an end. Or did you have any further questions, Lieutenant?
Get out, lady. Get out quick before I forget I'm an officer of the law and a gentleman.
Here he is, Lieutenant. See? Wounds all healed.
Yeah. Great job, Doc. We found him. He looked like one dead dog.
Just creased, I think you call it. The bullet cut through the flesh on his skull and scored the top of his head. A fraction of an inch lower, he would have been dead.
All right. Seems like a gentle enough hound for a German shepherd.
Why? They have a reputation for viciousness?
Well, from all we heard at headquarters, the whole underworld was scared of him. I believe he did kill a man once. Bolsey used him as a bodyguard.
Dog's been through a bad time. Suffered from shock.
Here, Butch.
Hi, fella.
Yeah, boy. Next thing you'll have him sit up and beg.
Oh, he'd learn that sort of thing quite easily. He's an intelligent animal.
Say, could Bolsey merely build up a legend about Butch?
Easy, boy. Easy. Well, not necessarily. Dogs can go through personality changes as a result of shock, just as humans do sometimes.
What do you know? Live and learn, huh?
In any case, he's safe for children now.
Up, Butch. Up.
What do you want me to do with him?
He's the only witness for the state. He deserves protection.
You're running up a big bill, Lieutenant. Butch has an expensive diet.
I think I'll take him with me, Doc.
What do you do with him?
Oh, keep him around. I got a hunch about him.
Yeah?
I have the idea that, well, dogs are pretty loyal. Not much judgment, but loyal. Butch didn't know what his master really was, and he didn't care. But he just might be as interested, almost anyway, as I am in finding the party who killed his master. Looks like homicide has itself a pet to take care of.
Looks like Festa doing business, doesn't it, Georgie?
Sure does.
You, Festa, come here.
What do you want?
More money, I don't have it.
The joint's full. It's jumping.
I can't pay you more.
That's what you think. $10 a week more, starting now.
I won't do it.
Georgie, call Julio over here.
What are you going to do?
Hey, Julio, come here.
You don't make more trouble.
You calling me, boss? All right, Georgie, lesson 2 for Mr. Festa. Let him have it.
What you do with that gun? No.
You need a new waiter, Festa. This one's got a hole in him. You pay, Festa, or we'll ventilate you the same way. There's the total for the week, Georgie. $2.5 grand. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I'll never understand it, boss. All that dough from the nickels and music boxes.
Simple arithmetic, Georgie. Enough of anything always adds up to a lot.
2.5 G's a week. Yippee.
Yeah, it'll get better as we expand our business. Answer the door, will you, Georgie?
Yeah, sure, boss.
Another 50 machines in the East Hill district. About a dozen on the south side. And in the suburbs. I'll need
Hey,
more
we got
men.
company, boss. The pencil-pushing cop.
Oh, Sergeant Platt. Well, this is an unexpected pleasure.
I hope it's a pleasure, Miss Fuller.
That sounds ominous.
The lieutenant wants to see you. Said he'd have come himself, but he's kind of busy. He told me to apologize.
Wasn't the lieutenant being a trifle sarcastic, Sergeant?
So sergeants don't ask questions, lady, not from lieutenants. I got a squad car outside. Are you coming?
No need to be so forceful, Sergeant. We'll be happy to visit the lieutenant, won't we, Georgie? Shall we go, gentlemen?
This way, Miss Fuller. You remember.
Yes, indeed I do. Don't look so worried, Georgie. I'm sure all the lieutenant wants are the answers to a few more questions. This door, isn't it, Sergeant?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Lieutenant Burns, how are you?
Fair enough, Fuller. I see you brought your boy.
Of course, you asked for him, didn't you?
Quiet, boy. Quiet.
What a nice big dog.
Ever seen him before?
Sergeant. Yes, sir.
Can't say I have.
He looks like
A lot of other police dogs. Intelligent animals, for the most part. Is our police department setting up a canine division?
Oh, no. No, nothing like that. I found this fellow in bad shape. Had a vet fix him up. He's mine now.
I see. Nice of you, Lieutenant.
Shall we get to business, Fuller?
Of course.
I'm holding you on suspicion of murder. The Bolsey case.
You haven't a shred of evidence.
We might get some.
In 48 hours...
Maybe less. We have our ways.
You dare lay a finger on me.
No, never on you. Not that some of our matrons wouldn't like the job, but we like to try the weaker sister first. I wonder how Georgie here would enjoy a small session in our cellar.
Nobody can make me talk if I don't want to.
You'll want to.
My lawyer will have us out of here before you can...
We don't have to let you talk to a lawyer for 24 hours.
Try anything like this, Lieutenant, and I'll sue the city. I'll have your job.
But I am trying.
You'll get no place. You'll have no corroborating witnesses.
Oh, won't I?
You'll have nothing to take into court.
Sergeant, hold the man.
Yes, sir. Take your hands off me, copper.
Go get her, Butch.
Butch? Holmes' dog?
Yes. And he knows you, doesn't he?
Hold him. Hold him.
Oh, it's a good leash. Chain. He's got his temper back, Sergeant. Stick her, Butch. Get her, boy.
Keep away from me. Keep off.
Scared now, Fuller, when you haven't got your gun to shoot him with. Go get her, Butch.
Hold him.
Tears your hem neatly, doesn't he? Wonder what he'll do to your leg or your throat.
Stop it, he'll kill her.
Go on, Butch. Back her into the corner. Go on, Butch. Go on.
Back down. You scar me for life. You kill me. Hold him.
He's a wolf. That's no dog. It's a wolf.
Get away from me. Get away.
How'd you do it, Fuller? We heard about 2 dames.
Get away. Get away, I say.
How'd you get close enough to Bolsey? How, Fuller?
Georgie and my clothes. Our guns. Get that beast away. Get him away.
Who else did you kill? Talk, Fuller. Talk.
No one. Georgie killed the waiter.
You told me to. You ordered it. You planned the whole
Get
thing.
him away. Get that dog away. Get anything. Get that dog away.
All right, down, Butch. Butch, stop it. Stop it. There we are. All right, Sergeant. We book them both for murder. Strange, is how a dog can change its personality.
Crime does not pay. Blanche Yerka, who was starred as Martha Lady Fuller in The Gangster Was a Lady, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Blanche Yerka.
It seems to me that if there is a moral to this story, it lies in the word fear. The 2 proprietors who were among the lady's victims let fear rule them. But it was too late. Everyone learned the high price of fear. A little courage at the beginning, when the victims had a chance to call in the proper authorities, might have obviated most of the damage done by the lady. Proper action at the proper time in real life will obviate a great deal of the damage done today by organized crime. But fear makes the price very high. The price is always too high for all concerned when you have to learn the hard way that crime does not pay.
Thank you, Miss Yerka. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Crime Does Not Pay.
For the last time, Matthew, there'll be no bookmaking in my candy store.
Says you, Uncle Dave. Yeah, says you. Ain't gonna stop us, Uncle.
I'll stop you. I'll have a talk with Officer Conlon.
I wouldn't try that, Uncle Dave.
Stay away from me, you young hoodlum. Stay away. My brother's boy should turn out like this.
Afraid, Uncle Dave, of your own nephew?
Keep away, you hear? Keep away.
No, Joey, you fat wretch. Watch where you're walking, Uncle.
Don't touch me. Don't touch.
Perfect, Joey. Same old teamwork. Right over your back he went, like we used to do with sissies in school.
Yeah, same old trick. Only he ain't getting up and running away.
Uncle Dave, get up. Hey, he ain't moving.
Must have hit his head. Knocked him out or something. He hit his head, all right. Hey, we better get out of here. He's dead.
In the interest of citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Murder Makes Book, starring Joseph Wiseman. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Joseph Wiseman as Matt Red Thompson in Murder Makes Book. He was born and grew up in a slum. Red Thompson was a boy in the gutter, literally as well as figuratively. There he made friends with Joey Goodwin and Lazy Clayton. They became a unit, those three, and whether their immediate pursuit was tormenting their school teacher as long as they stayed in school, or swiping fruit from an open counter, Red was the leader, Lazy the echo, and Joey the efficient assistant. When they were full grown, the activities changed, but the pattern remained the same. It was Red who planned the escapades, Red who saw no way out for them through legitimate channels, Red who found the easy way to get hold of money. And it was Red who decided when it was time to collect their winnings from a character named Bookie.
Okay, Bookie, pay off. Yeah, Bookie, pay off. Okay, boys, you don't have to take it like that. You won, didn't you? So you get these off.
How much?
Nag paid $3.40. Here's the Mazuma.
Hey, not bad at all.
No, not bad.
Should have put up more. Where from? I had to go to the old lady sugar bowl even for this.
Yeah, where from?
You got to put back? I get the old man on me with a strap if I don't.
Hear that, Joey?
Yeah. Okay, so put it back. Still got plenty for change.
Yeah, why don't you kids get smart?
We're smart. We ain't working, are we?
Neither am I. But I don't take no risks.
What do you mean?
I pay off to you, see? But for every bet I pay off, I got a dozen I don't pay off on. So you get your $3.40. Me, I get about 10 times that. Even after I pay protection.
Hey, not bad. What protection, Bookie?
To Lou Kingsley. He controls making book in his territory, see? You don't pay off to Kingsley, you wind up in a cement jacket. Maybe I got a racket, see, but Kingsley, 100 bookies pay off to him. Say, $10 a day. That's $1,000 a day in Kingsley's pocket. Catch? Think about it, kids. I will say, I hate to see smart kids getting played for suckers. See you around, boys. Don't take no wooden nickels.
Suckers. That's what we are, suckers.
Yeah, suckers.
Never saw it like that before.
Is Bookie any smarter than we are? He's got more dough.
Then he's smarter.
We can be smart, too. Sure, we can be smart.
Where are we going to operate? Kingsley ain't going to let us in his territory. Even Bookie's got an office. Can't take no bets on the street.
I got all the answers.
Go on, answer.
Look, over on the west side, out of this neighborhood, see? I got an Uncle Dave. He runs a candy store with a back room. He's always saying I don't visit him enough, the old dope. The back room, get it? Yeah, the back room.
Office. Bet you there's even a nickel telephone.
There sure is. You know, guys, I think Uncle Dave is going to see a lot of me and you from now on.
Like the new suit, fellas? Not bad, huh? Yeah, you sure got it cut sharp, Lazy. I don't go for purple suits myself much. Ah, I couldn't wear it neither, not with red hair. Okay, not you, but on me it's good, huh? Ah, you stand out in the crowd. Yeah. Hey, Red, how's the collections? Okay, doke. We didn't pay off to nobody yesterday, so we got another C-note in the till. Hey, when do I get my cut? I got a heavy date tonight. Not today. We're building up the fund, see? So if we got to pay off, we got some dough to live with.
Matthew, I want to talk to you.
Uncle Dave. Sure, talk all you want.
Tell your friends to get out.
Did you hear that, fellas? We heard it. Yeah, so what? I guess the fellas don't want to go outside, Uncle Dave. They're comfortable here.
Too comfortable. Want me to say what I have to say in front of them?
Why not? We got no secrets, us guys. Sure, no secrets.
Okay, now say it right out. When you came here, Matthew, to see me, 3 months 'tis now, I was happy to see my nephew. Now I don't care if I never see you again.
Uncle Dave, is that the way to talk to your favorite nephew?
If I had another nephew, you wouldn't be the favorite. You a bookmaker?
Oh, that's a nasty word, Uncle Dave. I don't make book, not ever. Sure, not ever.
Yeah,
what gave you that idea, Uncle?
Not your uncle. I'm talking to Matthew. I know what you do. Why you hang around here so much? Why you use the phone every afternoon? It stops. It stops now.
What's the matter, Uncle Dave? You want to cut it a tape?
I want you to go away. Stay away.
Is that the way to talk to your nephew?
A nice store, nice people. Children come in all the time. I'll not have hoodlums in the back.
Oh, not a nasty word. Oh, this'll get you nothing, Uncle.
For the last time, Matthew, there'll be no bookmaking in my candy store.
Says you, Uncle Dave.
Yeah, says you.
I ain't gonna stop us, Uncle.
I'll stop you. I'll have a talk with Officer Cannon.
I wouldn't try that, Uncle Dave.
Stay away from me, you young hoodlum. Stay away. That my brother's boy should turn out like this.
Afraid, Uncle Dave, of your own nephew?
Keep away, you hear? Keep away.
Down, Joey. You bet, Red.
Watch where you're walking, Uncle.
Don't touch me. Don't touch.
Perfect, Joey. Same old teamwork. Right over your back he went, like we used to do with the sissies in school.
Yeah, same old trick, only he ain't got nothing. Running away. Uncle Dave, get up.
Hey, he ain't moving.
Must have hit his head. Knocked him out or something. He hit his head, all right. Hey, we better get out of here. He's dead.
All right, the three of you, sit down.
What for, Copper? We ain't staying that long.
Sit down.
Okay. We're sitting, Lieutenant.
Yeah, we're sitting, Lieutenant.
All right, never mind that. I'm no lieutenant till you know it.
Well, maybe we think you ought to be.
Tell that to the commissioner sometime.
Maybe I will.
Sometime. Maybe we will.
This I want to see. All right, you, Goodwin.
Oh, yes, sir.
Where were you Wednesday afternoon?
Me? With the fellas.
And you, Clayton?
With the fellas.
Okay. Your turn, Thompson.
I don't remember exactly where we were. Around someplace.
You weren't in your hangout, Uncle Dave's candy store?
Come to think of it, that's one place we didn't go Wednesday.
Well, Andrews, anything? Nothing, Sergeant. Just the usual. But a little extra fresh. Extra fresh, eh? How'd your baby face mug's like a small trip downstairs?
I wouldn't advise it, Sergeant. You got no charge against us.
How about suspicion of murder?
Murder? Who'd we murdered, Sergeant?
Your uncle. You know it.
But Uncle Dave fell. He hit his head, and the doctor said his heart gave out. Why, we even went to the funeral.
Well, or was pushed.
But, Sergeant, even if he was pushed, I don't think anyone can prove it. Uncle Dave was all alone in the store.
All right, Sugarmouth, we've had enough. Get out of here.
Yes, Sergeant. Yes, Sergeant. Yes, sir.
Stand where you are. Get this.
We've had characters like you in here before by the dozen. You're all fresh and cocky your first visit. After a while, you all come down a peg or two. Finally, you wind up in the precinct tank. Or you get it in the others in your own little rotten rackets. Bear that in mind. I'll beat it fast.
Funny kind of cops. Let us out like this.
Yeah, funny.
Save it till we hit the street. Yeah, the house with the green lights. Precinct cops. 2 for a nickel.
They got anything, Red?
They got nothing. Not even brains.
Yeah, not even brains.
Maybe we better lay low for a while.
Lay low? Are you crazy? Joey, from now on, we're going to expand. Oh, Lou Kingsley, here we come.
Smooth. Nothing to do but count the dough.
Yeah, count the dough. Except when some sucker hits one, then we gotta count it out.
So what? So once in a while we get hit, we pay. So the suckers like us, they keep coming back.
Do they, kid? That's good.
Bookie.
Yeah, okay. So you think you're glad to see me, huh? Okay.
Well, you tipped us to this racket, didn't you?
Now I got another tip for you. Straight from the feed bag.
A winner? For the Margaret?
Shut up, lady. Keep talking, Bookie.
This is from Kingsley.
Since when you so lovey-dovey with the big shot?
He knows I started you in business, so he sent me.
Yeah? So keep talking.
He wants you out of town.
What are you talking?
Says Kingsley. He also says, and by the way, that your crazy operation has the heat on for everybody, so out. Quick. By tomorrow.
Like this, just like this. Out, he says. So we're supposed to run.
Take my advice, kid. Kingsley's rough to tangle with.
You want an answer?
No. Why should he?
Gonna get one. Now, Joe.
Jack.
How'd you like a little pratfall, Bookie, like this?
Let me up.
Let him have it, fellas. There are a couple of flat guys. A busted rip back to his boss for our answer. Get out, says King. We're staying, says Red Thompson.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Murder Makes Book. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Joseph Wiseman as Matt Red Thompson in Murder Makes Book. Red, Lazy, and Joey left Bookie sprawled on the sidewalk and went about their business. They heard no more from Lou Kingsley, and their operation settled into the usual pattern, expanding in the usual way, until it was the head of an outfit with its own bookmakers in many spots throughout the city. Lazy's main job was collecting the daily tribute. Red and Joey were waiting for him on their usual street corner early one evening.
Lazy a little late?
What's the matter? You nervous or something, Joey?
Nervous. What for?
I don't know. You act like you got an itch or something.
Just thinking.
Thinking what?
It's awful funny. Kingsley never did nothing after we gave the business to Bookie. The cops, they ain't done nothing either.
Cops gotta have evidence, which they ain't got. Quit it, Joey. Everything's under control. Even Lazy.
Hey, Lazy! Step on it. Joey's got a date tonight.
All right, keep your pants on.
Hey, look at that crazy bum drive.
This is a fire engine.
What's the matter, Red?
I don't know.
Hit the street, Joey. It's Kingsley. They got Lazy. They get you, Joey. They get you. No, not okay. They got lazy. Let's get it quick. Still breathing, Red?
Dead. They cut him almost in half.
I told you it was funny. Kingsley never did nothing. I told you. Shut up! They'll get us, too.
If we get them first.
Get them. Who?
Kingsley. Now, if he gets something. Some joker pull the cops. Let's go, Joey. Nothing we can do for Lazy now.
Welcome in, Mr. Thompson. Glad to see you again.
Hiya, Doc.
Sit down.
Thanks. Well, Doc, what's the bad news?
Well, there isn't any, young man.
I don't get it.
There's nothing to get. There just isn't any news.
What you said, the lab reports, all the tests and stuff.
Everything's negative. I'd say that was good news, not bad.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, maybe it's good news, Doc, but it sure don't stop this bellyache.
We're in the same place, Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, only bigger.
Frankly, I don't know what to tell you. There seems to be pain now.
There seems to be. Doc, you don't know. You ain't got it.
Yet our complete examination is negative.
Oh.
You seem to be in perfect health.
But you think I'm making this up?
Such things have happened before. Perhaps a psychiatrist.
Oh, no, not me. Not one of them.
I'm afraid there's nothing more I can do.
Oh, you gotta do something, Doc. I can't stand much more.
No, for a young fellow, you seem to worry a great deal about your health.
Oh, you know, my father used to say, when you got your health, you got everything. Oh, Doc, look, maybe a hospital.
What for? Because I said you're not sick.
I ain't sick, but I got pains. Look, I was thinking if they watched me in the hospital, maybe they could find it.
For observation, you mean?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's the way.
It's expensive, Mr.
Oh, what do I care for money? Doc, look, give me a room, will you? A private room, and let the docs work over me. Maybe they can find what's making me sick.
Well, Mr. Thompson, all alone?
Yes, nurse, until you came in.
What happened to your friend? Mr. Goodwin, I believe his name is.
He beat it. I mean, he left early. He had a date.
He must have been in a hurry. He usually stops at my desk to say goodnight.
Joey got a heavy date tonight. He was in a hurry.
Well, that's all to the good. I can get you settled for the night early. We've a busy floor tonight.
And I'm not so sick?
I don't think you're sick at all. I think you came here just for a rest.
No, you do you? Hey, what's your name? I just can't keep calling you nurse all the time.
Why not? There. Is that better?
Still better if I knew your name.
It's Tabor. You want fresh water in the jug?
Just Tabor, no first name?
Nurses never have first names, Mr. Thompson. Now you go to sleep. Good night.
Okay, Joey, you can come out now.
Hey, that's a killer. I wouldn't mind staying in the closet if she was in it with me.
All right, save the jokes, Joey. You got the heaters?
Bet your life.
Okay, now keep an eye on the hole outside. As soon as the coast is clear, we'll get going.
How much longer, Red? The dogs are barking something fierce.
Not long.
He dragged me all over town looking for Kingsley. It's 2 a.m. when you found him yet.
He always winds up at the hash house across the street. We just wait here and...
What about the hospital?
Oh, I'm sleeping like a little angel. Nobody go near the room. You heard the dame. We've a busy floor tonight.
But you gotta get back.
I'd say till 7. Uh-oh. Here's our pigeon. Bookie's with him. Ready?
Ready.
You know the routine.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Hold tight, Joey. This one's a cinch. All right, Kingsley. Bookie, don't move your hands. Get into that alley.
Oh, it's the kids, boss.
Joey, keep your piece on Bookie. Move, Kingsley.
This way.
Keep going. Don't get too close. Okay, face that wall.
What do you want, Thompson? If it's money...
I don't do ice jobs for money.
Red, don't try nothing.
Shut up, Bookie. If it's not money...
It's you. You cut Lazy down, now you're getting it, both of you.
No, I got a wife and kids now.
You'll never get away with it. The cops know about you.
They'll never get this on me. You don't know it, Kingsley, but I'm so sick. I'm in a hospital right now. Matter of fact, the way we fixed my bed, it looks like I'm sound asleep, don't it, Joey?
Yeah. Let's get it over with, Red. Stop the gagging.
All right, sure. This bum knows why he's getting it.
Boys, please, I can
shut up.
Oh,
Now you, Kingsley, right in the kidneys. That's it, Joey. Let's go. I hope he liked that. Getting it in the kidneys broke his back knee, didn't it?
It's a real laugh, Joey, a laugh. I got all the doctors in this joint trying to figure out what's giving me pains, which I ain't got.
You sure got a perfect alibi.
I'll leave it to Red, Joey, from now.
Well, how's the patient today?
Cops. Well, Sergeant, or is it Lieutenant by now?
Not yet, but pretty soon. After I get Kingsley's killer. You remember Detective Andrews?
Oh, sure. Hi.
You don't look sick, Thompson.
Oh, but I got terrible pains. None of the docs can find out what it is. Did you say Kingsley's killer, Sergeant?
That's what I said. Kingsley got in the back last night. And Bookie with him.
Well, what do you know? Stuck here in bed and I don't hear anything.
Didn't your pal tell you?
I didn't know nothing about it.
The papers are full of it.
So he's been here all day with me.
Here with you last night, too?
Joey had a date last night. He left early.
Interesting. Joey could have done it for you.
I didn't do nothing. Just had a date.
Who with?
I don't need no alibi. You leave my girl alone.
Where? A little gentleman. Thompson, where were you last night about 2 a.m.?
Right here. The night stuck me in around 9. The day nights woke me up at 7 this morning.
I've had about all I can take. Haven't you, Andrews?
Yeah, check, Sergeant.
Miss Tabor, will you come in, please?
Hey, here it goes, Red. Hold your horses, Joey. Nothing goes.
Miss Tabor, please tell Mr. Thompson what you told me when I spoke to you a little while ago.
Why, that is, it's a custom here to look in on patients before we go off duty. I checked Mr. Thompson about 1:30 this morning. He wasn't in his bed.
I went down the hall.
But he had the pillows arranged under the blankets to look as if he were in his bed.
Well, you know good,
Shut up, you. We've got you cold. We talked to your pal's girl before we came here. She never saw him last night. The slugs we took out of Kingsley and Bookie will match your gun. You'll both fry. I only wish I could promise him, Thompson, but one will do as well as the other. Now get up and get dressed. You're sick, you can go back to bed in the prison ward at City Hospital.
You got no case, you got nothing.
Andrews, take the other one downtown. I think we'll get something out of him.
No, I didn't shoot nobody.
He'll burn anyway, whether he pulled the trigger or not.
Sergeant, look, I didn't shoot nobody. But I saw it. I saw everything. I was
Shut
there.
up, Joey. You want what Kingsley got? Been wanting to suck that punk for a long time. Nurse, you call an orderly. We'll get some clothes on him and start him on his way. Now that his pal has decided to sink.
Crime does not pay. Joseph Wiseman, who was starred as Red Thompson in Murder Makes Book, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Joseph Wiseman.
I think it is worth examining, for a moment, the background against which Red and his friends grew up. It's a sadly familiar background to everyone. A slum with all its rotten conditions. Above all, with all its hopelessness. Of course, we cannot say simply, wipe out slums and we'll wipe out crime and the temptations to crime. But once our slums are gone, a great deal of our crime, certainly the major portion of our juvenile delinquency, will have gone with them. Yes, this will be expensive, but no more expensive in proportion than a successful operation on one individual to remove a malignancy. Meanwhile, to continue the medical metaphor, the palliative costs go on. Police, special courts, property damage and maintenance. Above all, the millions siphoned each year out of channels of legitimate business into the pockets of organized crime. It is true, isn't it? For everyday citizens as well as for criminals, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Wiseman. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Does not pay.
Got the dough, Eddie?
Check. Not bad.
All right, Moxie, let him have it.
Don't hit me.
Moxie hit him with a gun butt. What do you think, kid? We'd have polite like to sit down and be quiet till we got away. But maybe he's dead. That's okay, fellas?
Yeah, okay.
All right, take drive.
But if he's dead, you'll burn for him. If he's dead,
Shut up. Hey, here's 50 for your share. That's easier, ain't it? And a lot better than fixing other people's jalopies.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Father's Boy, starring Richard Hart. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Richard Hart as Dan Tink Gilbert Williams in Father's Boy. The neighborhood was on the verge of becoming a slum. No one wanted to live there. But where else can you go when you're scraping a bare living from a poorly paid job, and every penny goes to protect a hard-won respectability? This is the condition which faced Dan and Muriel Williams as Dan Jr. grew up into that half-sad, half-joyous period called adolescence. More, all this removed the element of surprise from Muriel's voice and Dan's reaction. The evening Dan came home from the machine shop where he worked to be greeted by Muriel saying,
"The cops, Dan. They brought Danny home this afternoon."
I see. Surprised?
Not very.
You say that as if it were my fault.
Isn't it? For 16 years I watch him every moment I can spare from fighting the dirt and the budget we have to live on. Where's his father been? Has he ever really had a father?
I've done my job. I've kept a roof over our heads. I've gone absolutely straight. That's been my part of the job.
And your son hasn't been. Oh, it's no use, and it's too late. Too little and too late.
Is it that bad?
What does it matter how bad it is? Cops brought Danny home, understand? Cops picked up Danny. Like father,
What'd
like...
they pick him up for?
Parcel service truck unlocked. He grabbed some packages. He and his gang. You hear that? His gang.
Where is he now?
Here in his room.
Then they let him go.
It's juvenile court. He isn't 17 yet. A week from tomorrow.
I see. Company's pressing charges.
It's not the first time the trucks have been hit in this neighborhood.
All right.
What's all right? You'll send Danny to reform school. You know what he'll learn there. I begged you to get us out of this neighborhood. I begged you, Dan, but you couldn't or wouldn't.
Too late for that now. Danny, come in here.
Hi.
Danny, I said come in here.
Dan, what are you going to do?
Be a father. Danny.
Don't hit him. It won't do any good.
Not with my hand, I won't hit him.
Okay, so they caught me. Next time I'll be smart.
Oh, Danny.
Sit down, son.
What for? I can hear you standing.
I said sit down.
Okay. Okay, I'm sitting.
Okay, button your lip, pigeon, and use your ears.
Dan, don't talk like that. It makes me remember.
Maybe Muriel, once this young punk gets a load of the real thing, he won't be so full of juice.
Get to it, Pop. I ain't got all night.
Button it. You've got as much time as I say you have, understand?
Okay. So what?
So you'll get a load of what I'm spilling in language you think is pretty smart. And maybe you'll have something to chew on. You know, kid, the kind of snatch you tried to pull this afternoon is old as Methuselah.
Give me time. I'll figure a couple of angles.
I know about those angles, all about them. They've got a funny way of turning into the angles bars make with a windowsill. There was a kid once, not much older than you. He thought he had angles, all of them. He was smart. Ask him, he'd tell you, see. This kid liked cars, see. From the inside out, he liked them. He was a whiz with tools. Could take a car engine down, put it together with 3 parts left over and make it run better than they could at the factory. He was a good driver, too. But most of all, he liked to tinker with machinery. His crowd called him Tinker, or Tinks for short. He had a job in a service station. Worked on cars and loved it. A good kid. Smart. Played the angles. Never made much dough, but he could hope. And one day, he was alone in the shop. His hopes come true. Or he thought they had. Hi, Pink. Hey. Who are you? What's the idea of sneaking up behind the guy?
Save the chatter. I got a business proposition.
You're Tink Gilbert. Yeah. Who told you?
Little birdie. Sits on telephone lines and listens all day long. Trouble with the fool bird, can't keep its fool mouth shut. Can you?
Depends.
On what?
The kind of mucilage. Also, how much...
Color of mine is green. Also, it folds.
How do I know you didn't draw the pictures yourself?
You don't take any chances at all, do you, kid? Yeah, you're smart. You ought to go places.
I figure the angles.
Okay. Figure. Out loud.
I figure... Guy walks in and calls me by name. I've never seen him before. I see a guy dressed real sharp who slings a line of stuff that folds and has a green color. Okay. Maybe it's rabbit food and maybe it's real lettuce. So first I gotta know, what's his name?
The name is Carter. Gypsy Carter on account of I got a good sunburn all the time.
Gyp Carter. Yeah, I heard the name.
Satisfied?
Well, what do you want from me? All I know is cars.
Well, I got a car. Don't run fast enough.
A soup job?
A trial for you. For half a seat.
Half a seat? Won't I get here for a week? Okay, I'll play the percentage. Bring your car in tomorrow night. Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah?
Nick, that's you?
Who else? Oh, that's you. Hi.
I like the new chariot.
Oh, you sure can pick cars, Jim. You don't need this one souped up.
You can say that again.
Hey, what does this chariot do, about 90?
Better than that. Like to try it?
Oh, you're not kidding. Only, I got a date tonight.
Dames is always around.
No. This one's my steady.
Well, how about another half a C?
But just for driving?
Sure. A couple of my pals and I were going for a little ride. Figured it might be a good gag for me to let them think I got a chauffeur with the new chariot, you know. Is it a deal?
Oh, just let me get out of my overalls and wash my hands. I wouldn't want to touch that wheel with grease on my fingers.
So you got a chauffeur. Who are you kidding, Jip? That kid ain't no chauffeur.
Beg your pardon, Mr. Carter. You promised me an early night tonight, sir.
So I did, Sink. So I did.
Get him, Ed. So I did. I got him, Moxie. I got him long ago.
All right, fellas. The gag's buried. There's the service station.
Check and double check.
All right, Sink. No more fooling. Now, you and I stay in the car. Ed and Moxie will do the job. Then we all beat it. Now, pull up to the fire pump and leave the engine running. Stay in gear and keep the clutch out.
Chip, Mr. Carter, I don't get it.
Stop the car. You'll get it all right.
Yes, okay.
You can help, all right. This is a stick-up. Make like you're busy on the car.
Ed, empty the tin inside. Check.
You can't. I'm scared of you guys.
Shut up and behave. I don't carry no 45 because I want to fool a guy who's getting my way. Let me go.
Got the door?
Check. Not bad.
All right, Moxie, let him have it.
No, do it, empty.
Moxie hit him with a gun butt. What do you think, kid? We'd ask him polite like to sit down and be quiet till we got away.
Maybe he's dead.
Nuts. Okay, fellas?
Okay, Chip.
All right, Sink. Drive.
But if he's dead, you'll burn for it. If he's dead...
Shut up. Here. Here's 50 for your share. That's easier, ain't it? And a lot better than fixing other people's jalopies.
Why'd you want to come out for a walk, Jane? Why?
I want to talk to you, Muriel.
You've done something. You've done something wrong.
I didn't do nothing.
Our date last night, the one you postponed from Wednesday. You spent more than $50. I should have thought. Where did you get the money, Tink?
I earned it. And if that's the way you're going to talk, I ain't going to say nothing.
Oh, Tink, darling, you can't fool me 1 minute. Not 1 minute. You've done something in this case.
All I did was drive. The other fellas hit it.
Hit who?
You saw it in the papers. The gas station, the attendant in the hospital.
The one with the fractured skull. Oh, Tink, not you.
I didn't hit him, I tell you. All I did was drive. And I didn't even know what was going on until it happened.
That's no excuse. Tink, if he died...
He won't die. And get this. I'm going to throw in with Jip Carter.
Oh, no, Tink. No.
Now, look, you had your fun last night, didn't you? Okay. That was Jip's dough. And I made it in 1/10 the time I could have made it legit. So I'm telling you. I'm going in with Jip, understand?
Then you can forget about us.
But are you nuts? We'll never get no place legit. I can build up to $50,000 a week with Jip.
I don't care about the money. I don't care. I want you
With me, you'll get me like I'm going to be. With money in my pocket and a pocket in a good suit.
Good night, Tink. Goodbye.
Muriel! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, nuts. All dames are screwy. I'll show her. I didn't do nothing but drive. And I'll show her when I get my hands on some real dough. When I get my hands on some dough.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Father's Boy. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Richard Hart as Dan Tink Gilbert Williams in Father's Boy. In the quiet, dingy parlor of the flat where they lived, Dan Williams unfolded the story of Tink Gilbert for Danny Jr. The boy listened, his eyes sullen. His mother sat there, the memories flooding back upon her, as her husband's voice cut the quiet of the room, reenacting, reliving the moments of the story.
Yes, Danny. Tink made up his mind to show Muriel. And Tink was never one to let the grass grow under his feet. Oh, no, not Tink. A few minutes after Muriel ran away from him, Tink was on his way to pay a call.
Okay, kids, come in. I'm coming.
Hiya, Chip. Good enough. It's on your mind. Shut the door, Moxie, and stay on this side of it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, what's on your mind, I said.
I want to work for you, Chip. Regular.
Oh? Getting wise, kid?
I'm wise enough to know you can't make no real dough changing oil and grease and bearings.
What do you want to do for me?
Drive for you.
Well. My idea exactly. Well.
How about it?
What makes you think I need a driver? I got Moxie and Ed.
Most jobs, it takes two guys. One man should stay at the wheel. You don't want to get out of the car like the other night, and you don't want to drive the job yourself.
You sure do figure all the angles.
I got eyes.
Oh, I see. How much you want?
150 per.
You can have 100. Any job we get over $1,000, you get 5% as a bonus.
Okay, it's a deal. Only, let's have a couple of big ones fast. I gotta show somebody. I'm smart. Say, Jip.
Yeah?
Suppose the truck driver don't stop.
He'll stop.
But if he don't, with us parked across the road like this, he could wreck the car and us.
Look, kid, if you're going to be nervous, you can't work for me.
Oh, just asking a question.
Okay. Ed and Moxie, they'll have him stopping out of a cab long before he reaches us, see?
I hope so. Hey, how are they going to do it?
Watch. That's our baby coming around the bend now.
But he can't see us.
Shut up, will you, and watch.
Hey, look, they're waving flashlights.
Good figure, everything. They got him.
Okay, you. Get down out of that cab. This is a sticker. Come on, everyone, that truck. Get down.
Hey, somebody in the back of the truck. Shoot him. Must have been tipped. Somebody tipped them off who was set to hijack that load. Chip, they got Ed. The truck's loaded with drinks.
Get me money, Moxie.
Yeah, the driver. I saw him bleed from the mouth. We got the driver before they knocked Ed over.
Think I can drive.
I can't. Let me in at that wheel.
I tell you what, we should leave you and we can't leave that.
Okay, I'll drive.
Stay on the right side of the road, you hear?
Yeah, I'm staying.
Where to, kid? The regular hideout. That'll take me to mine.
Yeah. What about him, the kid?
He won't talk.
He better not.
You hear that, Tink? You better not talk.
I won't. What do you want me to do?
After you drop us, you ditch the car. You ditch it good. Then go to 19 Jackson Street. Tell the landlady I sent you. She'll give you a room. And stay there. Don't even go out for a paper. Stay there till I let you know that the heat's off. There's 2 bodies back there. The cops ain't gonna let this one get filed.
Yes?
That you, Tink?
Yeah, I gotta see you. Let me in. Oh, okay, just a minute. Okay, Gilbert, keep your hands in sight. Who are you? I thought you were Chip. You sounded like him.
The name is Johnson. You want to see my badge?
Cops. That's right.
You got nothing on me.
We got enough to throw the book at you. Well, get your hat. We're leaving.
Leaving? For where?
Headquarters, Gilbert. We got some questions we think you know the answers to.
I don't know nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Stop it, Gilbert. You're in that hijack killing up to your neck. Now get going. Or do I have to call the boys from the squad car? All right, on your feet, Gilbert.
Okay.
Gilbert, this is the assistant DA, Mr. Masters.
All right, Gilbert, you can sit down.
Okay, thanks.
Now get this straight from the start, Gilbert. Mr. Masters wants to talk to you. You've got no previous record, which may help you if you help us. Now bear that in mind. Mr. Masters.
Tink, you're in a jam. Bad jam. I wonder if you realize how bad. We've known about Moxie's favorite hideout for a long time. And he talked. Moxie says you fired the shot that killed the driver of the truck while he was running away from the shooting.
That's a lie. I never touched a gun in my life.
It makes no difference, Tink. You'll fry anyway.
I'll fry?
I told you it was a bad jam. The worst. You were involved in an attempt at armed robbery that wound up in a killing. It doesn't matter that you never touched a gun. It's first-degree murder anyway. You understand, Tink? First-degree murder. The chair.
I guess I didn't figure that.
You can't figure all the angles, Gilbert. Not on your side of the fence.
But you can, if you want to, come over on our side.
You want me to squeal like Moxie?
We want you to tell the truth. You understand? Just tell the truth, and you won't cry. The chair isn't a very comfortable place, Tink. The death house is even worse.
I can't sing.
You've got to, or you're through. You're not a tough criminal, Tink. Not yet, anyway. But if you play this the wrong way, you'll never be anything. You won't even be alive.
All right. I'll do like you say. I got her, I guess.
That's the boy. All right, get the steno in here, Johnson. No, wait a minute. Before we do that, let the girl in for a few minutes.
We still got a few hours to hold him.
Yeah, I know. But let the girl in. The one whose name is Muriel. She's been outside since the papers came out this morning. We'll give her a break on this deal, too.
So, Danny, Tink got a lot better deal than could have been expected. He didn't get off scot-free, of course, but after a while, not very long, they put him on probation. That's when Muriel married him. He took a job. He's held that job. But he'll never be more than a mechanic. He ruined himself, ruined his chances, all of them.
Okay. So what?
Oh, Danny, don't you see?
What's to see, Mom? What's this got to do with me? I didn't drive any car. I just snatched a couple of packages.
That's how Tink started. Only with him, it was stuff from the counters of a 5 and 10.
Yeah, but I still don't see what...
All right. All I can say is... Well, maybe you weren't really listening to me. You'll probably find out what all this has to do with you in court a week from tomorrow.
So this is the Williams family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sit down, Mrs. Williams.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Williams. Danny, you stand there in front of my desk.
Yes, sir.
Now then, I asked you all into my chambers because I feel that there are times when the publicity of open court can do more harm than good. Now, Mr. Williams, I have your probation report right here on my desk.
I expected you would have, sir.
It's been excellent. Apparently, when you changed your name, you changed your ways as well.
I hoped Tink Gilbert was buried forever. Do you understand now, Danny?
Well, Danny? Well?
Answer the judge, Danny.
Okay, I understand. So, Dad was Tink Gilbert. so he's got a good record. Now, how does that help me?
Well, that's up to his honor, son.
I really hope that... Well, no, what I hope doesn't really matter.
Well, I think it does, Mrs. Williams. After all, Danny is half you. And by that I don't mean that the other half is bad. You see, here in juvenile court, we handle matters somewhat differently. Do I have to go away, Your Honor? Not for the present. I'm going to put you on probation, son. To your father. He learned a lesson some years back that ought to do you a lot of good.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor.
Please, Mrs. Williams, I'm handling this case as seems best. That's my job. I want no thanks for doing the job. But, Danny, I want you to remember this. The shortcuts are no good. They're no good at all. All of you who try them wind up standing where you are now, in front of the judge.
Crime does not pay. Richard Hart, who was starred as Dan Tink Gilbert Williams in Father's Boy, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Richard Hart.
Perhaps the most significant thing in this story is the fact stated way back at the beginning that Dan Williams spent so much of his energies in the struggle for sheer existence that he failed to find time to be a real father to his son. This condition grew out of the harsh, bitter living conditions of slums and near slums, which are the greatest breeding grounds of criminals in our history. Those who have to live in such places can't find their way out without our help. Our help through the interest we take in making our cities and towns better, cleaner places to live in. True, this costs money, but in the end it will cost far less than is spent every year to fight the crime of which these conditions are the cause. For all of us, not only for the criminal, it holds true that crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark B. Lowe, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. This is Bob Williams speaking. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Does not pay.
I tell you, Jackie, we can be smart. And if we're smart, no more cut liquor and cheap nightclub.
Hey, this is a big nightclub, baby. You saying it's cheap?
Look at it. Not even a tablecloth. The waiters pay no attention. The drinks are bad. The music sounds like nothing. Oh, sweetie, I know it's the best now. And you're very sweet to give the best you can, but look, you have friends. There can be more, many more. And if we're smart, we can be big. I have a plan, Jackie, a plan. And when it works, not even the cops will bother us. Understand? Not even the cops.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear The Weak Spot, starring Margot. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Margot as Maya Grimson in The Weak Spot. Maya Grimson knew poverty from the day she was born. She grew up in it, and the beauty and intelligence that were hers found no use, no setting, no outlet in the life she found herself living. Inside, the canker grew, starting with a small bitterness of envy and developing into a grim determination to seize by force, if necessary, all the material things that did not come any other way. Maya herself had no words for this, but it was there, awaiting the moment. Maya had little of anything, but her most cherished possession, if it could be called that, was her passion for lackadaisical, easygoing Jackie Wallace. It was for Jackie that Maya was putting together a supper of sorts one evening.
All right, come in.
Hi, baby. How's every little thing?
No. Don't kiss me now.
What's the matter? Something wrong, my baby?
It's so hot. I'm tired of cooking yesterday's stew.
Well, baby, this is your night out. That's what I came to tell you.
Out? Where? The hot dog stand at the corner?
Now, get this, honey. We're stepping out tonight. I got a 10-spot, and old Alex Hamilton is crying for a date with you.
Who died?
Nobody. Why?
Never mind. Where'd you get this $10?
Business was good. All the suckers were riding long shots today. The book showed a real profit.
$10.
Oh, look, baby, you know, it ain't often that we got $10 to toss around. You don't want to go out, just say so.
Hey, when did we go dancing last, Jackie?
Gee, I don't remember.
And tonight?
Don't this do, baby. We'll go to the 38 Club and have a time.
Sure, we'll go. Hey, what's wrong with me, darling?
Nothing that I can see. You're beautiful.
Yeah, no decent clothes.
You're bright.
I live in one room with a gas.
Snap out of it, honey. There's nothing wrong with you. Tonight's our night to howl.
Oh, all right. Now, get out. Shoot. Out with you. Let me put on my one good dress, huh? 10 minutes, darling. Downstairs in 10 minutes.
You got a voice, baby. You know, when you hit those low notes, I get goosebumps.
Hiya, Jackie. Hey, you have a good day today, huh?
Hi, Boogie. Great. How about you?
I'm not bad. I'll have to suck you.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Jack. Hi, nice guy, Fred. You know, all the boys are out tonight. There's Tommy, and I saw Vince at the bar when we came in. Not a bad combo, then, huh?
Well, they finished together.
Hey, let's see Tom Stars.
Will it be as great as that stew?
Probably not, but you didn't have to cook it. That's something, ain't it? Come on, sit down, baby.
Hey, your friend over there held the chair for his girl.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. You know me. I'm always forgetting things like that.
Yeah. Someday.
Hello, Wallace. Oh. You? Yeah, me.
Don't you introduce your friends, Wallace?
This is Detective Masters, Precinct Gambling Detail. Masters, Miss Grimson.
How do you do?
Nice to know you. Wallace, I understand the boys made quite a killing in the 4th today.
Did they? I wouldn't know about it.
I think you would. Or you wouldn't be here with a girl.
You're the detective.
I also happen to know about souped-up odds. Some phony rumors that got around.
Look, why talk to me about that? I'm not the syndicate.
The syndicate isn't my business.
Why not, Mr. Masters?
I'm on the precinct detail.
I see. You're interested only in making everything a little harder for people like Jackie. Even when we're trying to have a good time, you come around.
You finished, Miss Grimson?
When you have the evidence, that's time enough, isn't it? Why can't you leave us alone? What?
When I have the evidence, I won't waste time in conversation. You understand, Wallace? That's all. Good evening, Miss Grimms. Nice to have met you.
Not even to eat or dance in peace.
Oh, look, baby, that's the way it is. Always was, always will be.
Look, if you're big enough, they leave you alone.
The big fellas have lawyers. They got money, protection.
I hate a man like that.
Masters, I'll lay off him, baby. He's only doing his job.
Yeah, his job. What do I care about his job? I care about you. I care about us.
Honey, will you eat your dinner?
I don't want to eat dinner. Look, I say we can be stronger than this detective, this precinct detective.
Okay, then what?
Jackie, don't you see? Can't you see?
Oh, look, Maya, baby, all I see right now is that you're beautiful.
All right. All you ever see is right now, today, tonight, this minute.
Sure, why worry about tomorrow?
Why not? Jackie, we can be big.
Oh, stop kidding yourself, baby.
I tell you, Jackie, look, we gotta get smart. If we're smart, no more cut liquor and cheap nightclubs.
Hey, this is a big nightclub, baby. You saying it's cheap?
Look at it. Not even a tablecloth. The waiters pay no attention. The drinks are bad. The music is rotten. Oh, I know it's the best now. And you're darn sweet to give the best you can. But look, Jackie, you have friends. There can be more, many more. If we're smart, we can make it. We can make... I have a plan, Jackie, a plan. And when it works, we'll be so big, not even the cops will bother us.
You've been thinking about this.
I have plenty of time for thinking, Jackie. Now, look. Listen. The first thing we gotta do is find out how to get protection.
From the cops? Are you kidding?
Not from the cops. From having to work by yourself. So far out in the open that the cops see you.
Well, that takes money, kid. You know that.
All right. And we have no money. But we could get it. If your friends went in with you. Are you beginning to get it, Jackie?
Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe you got something on you, baby. We better do a little figuring, you and I. But that's for later, honey. Right now, eat your dinner. Everything's getting cold.
Okay, Jackie. Now you call a meeting. What's on your mind? If I may, gentlemen. Sure, go ahead, son. Even if you don't understand, she's sure okay to look at. This is strictly business, gentlemen. What Jackie and I have to say is this. We can get us all protection. We know where and how. If you come in with us, you'll all double your incomes, and it'll cost you only a few dollars a week. That's it. And that, as Jackie said, is news.
Hey, this is quite a joint, Maya. This is real plush.
Nicer than the Club 38.
Maya,
Hmm?
stop figuring in that book for a minute and listen.
I'm listening, dear.
You know, at the Club 38, you sang while we danced.
Yeah, I sang until that Masters stopped at the table.
You haven't forgotten that, have you?
Say, you're Wallace, aren't you?
You know, we seem to attract people to our tables in nightclubs everywhere, Jackie.
Maya, this is Stiff Paris and,
Mr. Norton.
How do you do?
Pleased to meet you.
Won't you both sit down?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
When did you get into our town, Mr. Perez?
We flew in this afternoon.
Oh, I see.
Hey, that's our tune, Maya. You want to dance? I think Mr. Paris and Miss Norton will excuse us.
I'm a little tired, Jackie.
I like that song, too. I'd love to dance.
Go ahead, Wallace. If you want to, that is.
Maya?
Go ahead, dear. Miss Norton is our guest.
Miss Norton?
Thank you. And thank you, Miss Grimley.
Not at all.
Well, this is an unexpected pleasure, Miss Norton.
Your Miss Norton is well trained. She takes the cue very smoothly.
Yeah, a foot pressed gently under the table.
You know, she's better than you give her credit for. That was my foot you pressed.
I see. You seem to to know something of my purpose, Miss Grimson.
Well, I know that Stiff is, shall we say, a kind of advance agent for the syndicate?
I represent a group of businessmen, if that's what you mean.
Well, it all adds up the same way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it does.
I assume you have some proposition to place before us, Mr. Ferris.
Before you, we know where the brains are in your organization.
Oh. Very nice compliment.
It's the truth.
Well, then, since we're indulging in the truth, Mr. Ferris, here's the truth for you. We are not interested in your proposition.
Don't you think you'd better be?
Frankly, no. I don't think you can touch my operation. I think you would find the cost made the proposition unattractive. And besides, you know, everyone who works with me is intensely loyal, including Jackie. And strong-arm tactics might cost, well, too many expendables. And now, if you will excuse me, Mr. Ferris, I'll ask Jackie to get my wrap. Oh, yes. If you want a message to take back with you, you might say that you found the partnership here is limited. Limited to two people, Jackie Wallace and Maya Grimson. Good evening, Mr. Ferris. Nice to have met you.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with The Weak Spot. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Margot as Maya Grimson in The Weak Spot. Maya Grimson walked away from Stiff Ferris, found Jackie, and left the nightclub. And as all good generals do when the first skirmish has been concluded, Maya doubled her outposts and waited for the next attack. Meanwhile, the enemy was not idle. Stiff Ferris and Lissa Norton make the report to their boss, Marv Harding.
And so it's no deal. That's the story, Marv.
Apparently, you'll never reach the stage of bargaining, Stiff.
The lady just wasn't interested.
Listen.
I didn't hear the conversation. I was dancing with Wallace.
According to plan.
Of course. What would you say to a little, persuasion in that territory?
No, Lissa and I cased the area before we came back here. Everything the Grimson woman said is true. Frankly, I don't think taking over by force would be worth the cost. Too much noise. The police down there are allergic to noise.
I see. She have gun salts?
Enough. It seems that everyone makes dough with her, so they'll stick by her.
Very smart operation. Only way I know for an independent to hold on to an organization is to let the little fellows make more than we can afford to let them have. But we can't afford to let her get away with it either. Too many others might get the same idea.
Well, if she puts up a good fight, it'll have the same effect. And she will.
There's a weak spot somewhere. There must be. There always is.
No, not in that outfit.
Maybe not in it. Maybe at the top.
Go on, listen.
Wallace.
Leave it to a woman. Why do you think so?
His line while he danced, his whole attitude, even the way he held me dancing.
Nah, he's just a punk.
Maybe. I can think of several classic cases where a woman lost her head over a punk.
Yeah.
Want to move in, Lissa?
Could be. I might be persuaded to take candy from a baby.
Oh, that easy, eh?
For me, it will be. And if I do...
All business, aren't we?
Well, Stiff is a very good teacher.
Thanks.
You're welcome. There's a certain bracelet. Stiff knows the one I mean. He couldn't afford it.
Break up that partnership. Take the woman's mind off her. Work long enough for us to get a foot in the door without any trouble. And you'll get your jewelry. Go do it, Lissa.
Yeah,
Wallace here.
Jack, this is Lissa Norton.
Oh. When did you get in town?
A little while ago. I'm alone this trip, Jack.
I see. Well, I'd like to see it.
Your girlfriend won't like it. I represent the enemy.
You know, there's an old saying, what she won't know won't hurt her.
Can you be sure she won't know?
I'll be sure. How about 8:30 tonight?
Have a good time yesterday, Jackie?
Didn't do anything special.
Don't you think it's a little chilly along the coast road for a convertible with the top down? You know, bright blonde hair and a green dress are rather conspicuous.
Okay, so I took her for a ride. So what?
Jack, you fool. She works for Paris and the syndicate.
She's not working now.
How do you know?
I know. Never mind how.
I want you to stop seeing her.
I'll see who I please. You may run the organization, but you don't run me.
Jackie.
I'm sorry, my baby. I'm sorry.
Yes, you're sorry, and I'm a fool. Fool enough to let you get away with nearly anything. Oh, Jackie, what's happened? We've got everything we wanted, and we've got nothing. Or it feels that way, anyhow. Oh, Jack, you're sweet.
You know, this is something new, listen. A woman, someone like you treating me the way you do.
When we danced that first night when Stiff and your girl got rid of both of us so neatly, didn't you know then, honey?
Did you?
I knew. I knew from the way your arms went around me.
Yeah, we do go well together, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And we could stay together. We could.
No, listen, baby, you don't know the kind of heat that's on.
Maya?
Maya may have ideas about being a big shot and everything, but she's not dumb. She knew when you hit town. She knew about that day we spent in the convertible.
Has she been watching herself?
She doesn't have to. The boys do a lot of odd jobs for her.
Takes them away from other things, doesn't it?
I suppose.
Well, aren't you interested?
Look, honey, I'm interested in the present, and you're the present.
I could be the future, too.
Oh, listen, baby, the odds are too long.
Maybe not. You know, the syndicate might throw in a bonus. Me?
What about Stiff?
Oh, we just work together.
Maya's pretty strong. How do you figure it?
You're half the team. Or are you?
You bet I am. It was all mine in the beginning.
Then you're in a spot to throw a couple of monkey wrenches, enough to weaken the organization so Stiff could get his foot in the door. After that, she'd have to make a deal or lose the works, and you'd get half of what she's got. With an extra on the side.
The extra being you.
Me.
Any samples, Elizabeth, baby? What's that?
Oh, there's somebody at the wrong door. Nobody has a key to this room, not even you, sweetheart.
It's nice to have enough influence to get a bellhop to swipe a master key, isn't it?
Okay. You're in. Now what?
Maya, I told you.
Have you forgotten the 2-day-old stew in the room with the gas ring, Jackie? Everything was pretty personal then.
Now you'll tell me that everything you've done was for me.
For both of us.
I was satisfied.
Want to go back to the $2 bets, Jackie, to a 10 spot every 3 months, to masters pushing you around?
You'll never have to do that kind of a thing.
You'll see to that, huh?
Why not?
I have one reason why not.
What?
Maya, you've never fired a gun in your life.
I never did a lot of things. Once I'd never broken the law, or tasted caviar, or worn nylons. But there's a first time for everything. It's like ducking back to a cop, or pulling a trigger.
Murder rap, Maya. It's a murder rap.
Yeah, it could be murder and suicide if the gun was found in her hand.
Maya, for heaven's sake.
You'll never get away with it. Stiff it, no. Even if the cop don't figure it, he will. And he'll see to it that you die slow.
If you'd only left him alone, did you have to have everything?
You wouldn't even listen to a proposition. You were too big. You tried to fight the syndicate. You can't do that and get away with it.
Keep back. Keep away from me.
Afraid you'll miss? Afraid I'll jump you? You don't dare.
Maya.
It hurts.
Maya.
I can't stand. It hurts.
Maya, stop it if you're going crazy.
You aren't worth it. You aren't worth any of even worth keeping alive.
Fine, baby. We'll get away together. You'll see. We'll get away, you and me, just like old times.
Not worth keeping alive. Quiet! One more. There's one more at the gun. One more. There's got to be one more. What? Not even that. Not even a bullet for myself.
What do you want of me, Miss Grimson? I didn't think big shot bookmakers of any gender bothered with precinct detectives.
I remembered your name, Mr. Milton.
It's nice of you. What's your story?
I killed them.
Well, you want homicide. What?
I killed that girl. And Jackie.
When did you do this?
It must be hours ago. I've been walking ever since. I wanted to kill myself. The gun was empty. I used all the bullets. I didn't have any left. I didn't have any left.
Holy smoke.
I left them there on the floor. I tried to think. I went back to the old places. I remembered you. You started it all.
I started? Look, you trying to establish insanity in this?
No, you did. You didn't know it, but you did. That night, the Club 38, I was thought. You talked to Jackie. I wanted us to be big. I tried to think. So I came here. I have files. I know the syndicate. Do you want them?
Do we want them?
I'll give them to you. They don't know. I knew they'd try to take me over. I bought evidence. Nobody knew. Not even Jackie.
Sister, if you can do this, you can go down in history. Is this a deal?
A deal? What for?
Well, you've confessed murder. After you've given us this evidence, then what?
Then I don't care. I don't care. Jackie's dead. I killed him. I killed her, and then I couldn't stand him. Whining. Afraid. Afraid of me. I don't care. I killed him. There weren't any bullets left for me. I don't want to live. I don't want to live. I don't want to live.
Crime does not pay. Margot, who was starred as Maya Grimson in The Weak Spot, will be back with you in just a moment. Now here in person is Margot.
Maya Grimson was a criminal, but opportunity for her basic activities was presented to her by hundreds of people who did not look beyond their $2 bets, who did not realize that the racket they were supporting bleeds millions of dollars each year from the legitimate channels of honest business and constitutes a hidden tax that all of us have to share. Once again, it becomes clear that for the everyday citizen as well as for the criminal, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Margot. Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. This is Bob Williams speaking.
Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Frank Albertson as Lon Tilden in Horseface. It was one of those off-the-beaten-path amusement districts. The bars were dingy, fly-specked, their windows curtained half their height with wrinkled green velveteen. The theaters, garish with naked white lights over 50-odd still photos from the movies inside, played scratched prints of 5-year-old pictures which had made no success even in their heydays. The dance halls were as aged and overpainted outside as their hostesses within, and just as weary. But there was money to be made here, not exactly honestly, and the usual type of half-criminal found the district good pickings. That's why Lon Horseface Tilden, his girlfriend Ginny Landis, and his pal Artie Ewing were casing, as the saying goes, the joint that was run by Dimes Wilson.
Well, what do you think of it, Artie? Ain't been painted in 10 years. Jenny?
That music sure isn't for dancers. If that outfit gets more than 50 cents a night, it's highway robbery.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Crowd ain't bad, though. A couple of blondes on the dance floor. See that? They ought to do all right, huh? Jenny? What's your expert, I tell you?
Take the girdles off Artie's blondes, and there wouldn't be room for anybody else on the dance floor. The rest of them, trying for 25, they look 35, probably average 45. The paint jobs are all pretty sloppy, too.
Yeah. In other words, Dimes ought to be doing all right now. It looks awful cheap to me. How many times I got to draw you a picture, Artie? We just cased the joint. It's costing Dimes practically nothing to run it, but he's got a good house. Okay, he's making money. Let's go. Check.
You know where the office is, Lon?
It's always in the back in a joint like this. Pardon me, buddy. Let us through, please, will you? Hey, get a load of the cologne in that thing.
Yeah, cheap. Spell it C-H-A-P.
Huh? I don't get it. Okay, kid, save the spear. Here we are. Manager. You ready? Set.
The usual?
The usual. Here we go.
Who are you? Did your mother teach you to knock on closed doors?
I figured you wouldn't have no dame in here with a full house outside.
So what?
You're Dimes Wilson, right?
What's it to you?
My assistants. Virginia Landis, Artie Ewing. I'm Lon Tilden.
Oh, Horseface Tilden, huh? I wondered why they called you that. Now I see.
Now cracks. The face I was born with is good enough for me.
How'd you like it changed with a bullet?
Hey, this fella plays it tough.
Don't get wise with that heater, Wilson. Put the gun away, Dimes. I come to talk business.
And talk all you want, but I'm telling you now, there's no deal.
Oh? Well, there might be. Jenny, front and center.
Sure, Lon. Want the man to look me over?
She's a sample, Dimes, of the kind of hostesses I can send you. Instead of that broken-down beef trust you're peddling outside.
Maybe my taste is different from yours, Tilden.
Yeah, could be. But you'll do better business.
Listen, smart guy, I know my business. I put in dames like this down. I got to paint the joint, get a decent band, raise the price.
You'll do all those things, Dimes. All of them. You're booking my girl, see? I dropped in tonight just to let you know. This is my territory from here on in.
Save the talk, Horseface. You're out of bounds. I service every hall in the district, and I'm keeping it that way. So get out and stay out.
Unless you'd like to see your baby doll here ventilated.
You, want it this way, huh, Dimes?
I want it and I got it. Now you, beat it.
Okay. For now. You'll be hearing from me, Dimes. Bear that in mind. Just bear that in mind.
Come in for a while, Lon?
You know Artie's waiting downstairs. Give me a kiss goodnight and I'll see you tomorrow.
Careful, darling. Please be careful.
Careful of what, Sugar?
Diamonds wasn't fooling. He's got enough hoods working for him.
Artie and me, back to back, we can handle anything.
For my sake, Lon. Leave Dimes alone.
Don't you worry your beautiful head about a thing, cutie. Just get a good night's sleep, hmm? You kiss me like that again, I will leave Artie outside.
All right. I will.
Business before pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow, kid. Hmm?
Be careful, Lon, please. Please be careful.
Yeah. That you, Lon? Who were you expecting, Dimes Wilson?
I didn't think you'd be down so quick.
Business before dames. I wonder if Dimes is expecting us.
I hope not. He's awful fast with a piece.
Yeah, he's got to see us first.
You sure this is the way to do it, man? Huh?
You know Dimes, Rep. He's got his boys looking for us already.
Why'd he let us leave his joint?
Only dopes do any killing in their own joints. Dimes is no dope.
You can say that again. Ginny worried?
Yeah, you know dames.
I'm worried myself. And I ain't no dame.
Okay. So my way is the way to take care of it. Quick and quiet. When Dimes ain't looking for nothing.
Yeah, but his boys...
His boys will work for me. Once we take care of their boss. In this racket, it's the dough that counts. Who pays it don't matter.
Could be. If we get away with this tonight.
Yeah, we'll get away with it. Dimes always uses the back door of his joint. He's got to come through that little alley between his place and the movie. His guys are all out looking for us, so it's a perfect setup.
Just a minute, you two.
Hey, two guys, get out of that car past us.
Take it easy, Art.
We told you to stop.
Go fly a kite.
All right, you two, against that wall. Hold both the
Hey, quit shoving. What the big idea?
You must. I said against that wall.
You said. Make us.
Yeah, try it. Get up and do as you're told.
Artie, stick and slide.
You quit. Look out, they got guns.
Yeah, have a piece, Mark.
Nice shooting, boy.
Yeah, quick, check that pockets. Yeah, right. Artie, huh? This one's got a badge in his wallet.
Mine, too.
Hey, let's get out of here. We've knocked off a couple of cops.
Cops? But I thought they was dime
Artie,
boys.
get the lead out of your pants. We've killed cops, you hear? We've killed cops.
She opened up. Why did she open the door?
She sleeps sound. Go ahead.
Lon. Artie, what happened?
Let us in quick.
You got Dimes.
I wish we did.
Shut up, Artie. Jenny, give him a drink or something.
All right. What happened?
I'll tell you in a minute. Hey, I need one of those, too.
Sure, Artie.
Thanks. Thanks.
Lon?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, do you look like you shot a cop or something?
Not a cop. Two of them.
Lon! For heaven's sake.
We thought they was Dimes boys. They wanted to frisk us or something, I guess.
Didn't they flash no badges?
There was no time. They said, get against the wall. Lon said, stick and throw.
We let them have it.
What are you going to do? Oh, Lon, you know what they do to cop killers.
They haven't got me yet.
Oh, not
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Oh, shut up. Both of you. Let me think. Okay, I got it. Jenny?
Yeah.
You're going to sit tight here. That's best for you. Now, the cops never had nothing on me. They never even had a tail on me. So they don't know nothing about you. You're clean. Got that?
Yes. Yes, I get it.
What about me? Look, that aunt of yours. The one with the farm upstate.
Yeah?
She hasn't seen you in a long time. You're paying her a visit. You're leaving tonight.
Now? By myself?
Now, by yourself. Yeah, take another drink. Then beat it for the station. Take the first train. Got that?
Yeah, okay, I'll try it.
What about you? Oh, Ron, darling, what about you?
Well, I'm going to head in the opposite direction from Artie, see? Then, I'm going to get myself picked up.
Are you nuts? Ron, you're crazy.
Am I? Crazy like a fox. Guns are ditched. Unarmed housebreaking. First offense. Why, the most I can get is 5 years.
5 years?
Artie will have most of the dough. You run out, he'll take care of it.
But 5 years, Ron.
Sugar, I'll be good as gold. I'll be out on probation in 18 months. Don't you see, kid? Nobody will dream of looking for a killer in the pen on a housebreaking rat. It's safe as aces. Then I get out, a new name, another state, and the three of us will be safe and happy as 3 bugs in a rug.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Horseface. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Frank Albertson as Lon Tilden in Horseface. To all intents and purposes, Lon Tilden's plan by which he hoped to escape the consequences of murder appeared successful. His pal, Artie, donned the jeans of a farmer and stayed out of sight completely. Lon himself went through with his idea and in due course occupied a cell in the state penitentiary on a 5-year sentence for housebreaking. Ginny prepared to wait for her man's parole. All was quiet. But in the meantime, wheels had been turning. They'd been turning ever since a passer-by had stumbled upon 2 prone bodies in a dark street. A phone call brought ambulances, police cars. In one of the cars was Lieutenant Dave Abbott. He rode with one ambulance to a hospital. And as dawn broke over the city, a nurse approached him in the corridor where he waited.
Lieutenant Abbott.
Yes, miss?
If you want to see Detective Clark, you'd better come now.
Is it very bad?
It's a miracle he's alive at all.
That's all.
The doctor told me to ask you, be as gentle as you can. He hasn't much strength left.
Men with 38 slugs in their chest usually don't have, nurse.
Is he a particular friend of yours?
I brought him onto the force.
He's in here.
Thank you.
Please be as brief as possible, Lieutenant.
Hi, Joe.
Hi. Oh. Hey, you, Dave?
That's right. Take it easy, fella. Save your strength.
I've been waiting for you. I have to tell you something. All along.
Hey, what kind of talk is that?
No use kidding anybody. Least of all myself. My own fault. Gave him a chance to draw. Max, he dead?
When he hit the pavement.
Yeah. Well, I've been hanging on. I got to tell you something.
Now, take it easy, Joe.
One of them. Never saw him before. Bad light. Had nostrils. Like a horse.
Is that all you saw?
His hat fell off. Slick, dark hair. Thick eyebrows. Couldn't see the color of his eyes. They were narrow. Then lips. 2 lines, sides of mouth.
You did fine, Joe. In that bad light, you did fine.
Did I, Dave? Did I?
Joe. Nurse, you better get someone. I think he's gone.
There it is, Lieutenant. Best I can do, I guess.
You only guess, Scott?
Well, you know how it is. A man works in clay, he might never finish. Always something to fix. I don't want to add too much to that head from my own imagination.
Jack, it looks like what Joe told me he saw.
Yeah, slick hair, narrow eyes, thick brows, lines alongside the thin mouth.
Mm-hmm.
The nostrils gave me some trouble.
They look enough like a horse's. No wonder that stayed in Joe's mind.
Well, it seemed to belong in that face at all.
Broken nose, maybe?
No, not unless he fell on his face when he was a baby and it was never set properly. Could have been that way. Any number of reasons. What do you want me to do with this masterpiece?
Paint it. You know, usual routine. Then we'll photograph it, circulate it around the country. It's a lead, and you never can tell.
Yeah, it might be better than you think. Anybody ever saw that horse face could never forget it. Suppose anybody ever loved him besides his mother?
Come over here, Tilden. In the light.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It might be.
Is it about my parole, Warden?
I'll ask the questions, Tilden.
Yes,
You know, Tilden, you do have a rather remarkably individual face.
Yes, sir.
How did it happen? Your nose, I mean.
I was born with my face, sir.
No doubt. Tilden, you have a visitor.
Today, sir? Why, I was visiting day last week.
Yes, I know. Just a moment. All right, Lieutenant?
Yes, Warden. I had a good look at him in the light.
Good. Tilden?
Yes, sir?
This is Lieutenant Abbott, Metropolitan Police.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Abbott.
Thank you, Warden. Tilden, where were you on last June 4th?
Well, in Millville, sir. I was picked up for housebreaking there on the 5th.
We know that. We also happen to believe that you were in the city on the 4th.
Oh, no, sir.
Does this picture resemble anyone you know?
Well, nose looks like mine.
So do the eyes, Tilden. And the lips and the 2 lines alongside the mouth. In fact, it looks so much like you that the warden here noticed it when the circular reached him in regular routine. He noticed it even though he has 1,000 prisoners here, and you, I understand, have been very inconspicuous in your behavior.
Almost too inconspicuous, Tilden. You've been just too good to be true.
Oh, it's my first time in, sir. I want my parole as soon as I can earn it, sir.
The lieutenant is taking you with him. He has a court order on the strength of this picture here, and those we took for our files when you came in here.
Me? What for? I wasn't in the city.
A dying man is awfully careful to tell the truth, Tilden. Especially a dying cop.
You can't pin anything like that on me.
We think we can. Anyhow, we're going to give it a good try.
Well, I tell you, I never killed anybody.
Maybe not. In that case, you've got a twin somewhere.
I said, I want my rights.
Save it, Tilden. Your street clothes are waiting for you. Get into them and behave yourself. Use that door over there.
Another hour, Tilden. I trust you're as uncomfortable as I am.
Yeah, you can be sure of that. Conductor's coming.
So what?
Well, when I came up, they wouldn't let me use the thing unless the conductor was there to lock the door.
Oh. Conductor.
Yes, sir?
My companion here wants to use your facilities. Will you lock him in for me?
Sure. Come along.
Make it snappy now.
Okay.
There you are.
Aren't you unlocking the handcuff, Lieutenant?
Yes, I'm unlocking it. And when you come out, you'll find yourself locked right back to my wrist all over again. All right, get going.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Bad one, huh?
Cop killer, we think. We hope.
You hear that, conductor? Yeah, glass breaking in there.
Open the door.
Yes, sir. Hey, where is he?
Pull your emergency cord, quick.
Yeah, right.
Conductor, the outside door. Fast now.
Guy's crazy, jumping off the train at the speed we were making.
Crazy or desperate? He stopped off. He must be in the ditch.
Yeah, back about an eighth of a mile. There he goes, across that field.
A long try.
You winged him.
No need to rush now. He'll finish his trip to town in an ambulance.
Lon, darling.
Jenny, are you nuts? Coming to the hospital?
The paper said you were shot. They didn't say how bad. How could I stay away?
That's the oldest cop trick in the world. They do that to see if anyone knows the man they shot.
I don't care. Is it bad?
No, only the shoulder.
Why'd you do it, Lon? Why'd you run?
One of the two cops, he didn't die right away. He gave my description to his pal. They made a bust of me or something. The warden spotted it in the pictures they sent out.
Why did you try to get away? Oh, Lon.
You think I'd give him a chance to work me over? Even this is better than that.
But when you ran away, didn't you confess?
They can't prove a thing. Even if Dimes tells him I was gunning for him. Hey, how'd you get in here so easy?
I just asked for you. Said I was your fiancé, and they let me right in.
That's too easy. It was too easy. Something's wrong.
Maybe they found Artie.
No, they don't even know he's alive.
When the cops shout, they work on cases like that forever.
They haven't got anything a good mouthpiece couldn't beat down in court. They think they can get a confession out of me. They got another guess coming.
Oh, they got ways. Tests, all that. And they know now. I know you'd never have run away if you hadn't done it.
Nuts to that. Now, look, Jenny. Call Artie. I'll put his hands. It's Bolinville 9036W. Tell him to use the extra fund. Get me a good mouthpiece. But to stay out of sight himself.
Yeah, I got it. Owenville 9036W. I'll tell him.
I'll call from a coin booth so nobody can trace your call.
Yeah.
That won't be necessary.
Why won't be, Copper?
You were so right about her getting in easy. There's a microphone under your bed, Tilden.
Oh.
We've got the whole works on a record. The boys will be on their way to pick up Artie in a few minutes.
Oh,
You're done, Tilden, and the little lady here is under arrest as a material witness.
Oh.
It's a good rule, Tilden, to think before you shoot. I'd say remember that for the next time. Only there isn't going to be any next time. Not for you, Horseface.
Crime does not pay.
Frank Albertson, who was starred as Lon Tilden in Horseface, will be back with you in just a moment. Now here in person is Frank Albertson.
To me, the science of police work is a never-failing source of wonder and excitement. In this case, with nothing to work on except the dying man's description of a gunman he had seen only briefly in very dim light, the inexorable chase was maintained until the killer was caught and trapped in the meshes of his own scheming. More need not be said except to emphasize once more that no matter what the luck may be or the cleverness of the planning, in the end it is always true that crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Albertson. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark B. Lowe, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turtis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. This is Bob Williams speaking.